And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. Hang on, let me take a breath. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And I'm on Twitter as well, at Dan Who Reviews. Tweet me, don't be shy. That, as always, was for the special guest today. But we will get into all of that. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to my friends across the pond. Our Mother's Day is in March, so it's always confusing looking at the internet and Twitter on the days where why can't we just have the same Mother's Day? Can't we just love our mothers all on the same day? I don't get why they're different, but they are. So happy Mother's Day to my friends across the pond. Obviously, people are celebrating. So if you are watching this today, then I appreciate you watching live here on a Sunday afternoon for a show that I've been doing for over a year now, which is crazy that it's whizzed by. But it's a show I like to call Legends. That's a cameo from How Far I Hank. And liquor, Legends and liquor. Still not getting any sponsorships. I don't think an alcoholic beverage can sponsor a toy channel anyway, to be honest. But I still try. I take it. Cheers to you all. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're chilling, whatever you're doing. Today is the stream where I just like to talk toys. This is a very casual, laid-back, chat-driven stream for all the people that are supporting the channel. This is where the channel members come on and we just talk some toys. We talk about what toys they've been buying, what toys they're going to buy, what they think of the toy news. We'll be recapping some of that because there has been quite a bit of toy news in the last 2 weeks. There was a little bit of Legends news. There was some Star Wars live stream. There's a G.I. Joe live stream in the time since the last Legends and Liquor. So lots of stuff to talk about. So of course we'll be having some regular guests on here to talk about some of the stuff they've been buying, talking toys, all the news, and also some debuts as well. Like the legend that is Bring Toys to Work will be joining us in Group 1. So I'm very excited to talk to Michael and everyone else, of course, with the usual suspects. So who we got? Let me just give a bit of a roll call and then we'll get into it in 5 minutes. Okay, so we got Michael Bring Toys to Work, Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse, Cloud Foxray, recently married Cloud as well. Congratulations! And it was his birthday. What a week for Cloud! What a 2 weeks for Cloud. We got Mark Tack, of course, and then Jay's Toys Collection UK, who is broke at the minute because I've seen he's spent all his money on Super 7. So I think he's just got some stocks or shares in Super 7 at this point. But shout out to Jay all the same. In Group 2, we got Jamie, David, Alexi, Rush, and Hugo's coming back. So we didn't scare him off. Hooray! George in the chat says, just got back from my driving lesson. Pow! I hope that went well, my friend. I would definitely encourage you to drive. I didn't learn to drive until like my mid-20s, and it when people say driving changes your life, that sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? Like driving changes your life. It genuinely does. Like new opportunities open up, freedom. Driving changes your life. So George, honestly, stick at it. Don't tell anyone, but it took me 8 tests to pass. Not that I'm a terrible driver. Just the test in my particular area is very hard, and we've got terrible drivers that don't care about learners. It's not my ability, honestly. I've got my license now. I can prove it. Anyway, let me say hello to the chat that's in here and pretend I never omitted that on the internet. Okay. How are we doing, everyone? Let me just scroll to the chat. Let me say hello to some people. You know what I'm like doing these live on my own. I get a little bit flustered, but bear with me. Okay, Joe figured it out. Says first in the comments. Thank you very much, Joe. Hope you figured it out. Tat Custom says, here we go, ladies and gents. I don't think there's any ladies here, to be fair. Unless Lizzie Harts is here or Cheeky Monkey Kiara. Any other ladies? Wolf Mother? Happy Wolf Mother Day to you. Yeah, that makes sense. Mark Rose, Bring Toys to Work. Cloud, California Red Devil. He's not going to be happy about this weekend's result, is he? Bournemouth. I think was it Bournemouth who beat you 4-0? Wasn't good. The man they named him 3 times, David Evan Smith. The Wolfpack is in the building. Happy Mother's Day to all your mothers out there, says the Wolfpack. Ian McGow, Jay's Toys Collection UK. Jamie with the continuing the streak today. Laser Pants says, hey yo. That is the Scott Hall, hey yo, isn't it? I bet he's got a toothpick in his mouth as he says that. Shout out Laser Trousers as always. Mike Hex, the former Mike D. We got Paul Morales. I think that's Paul Morales. Compulsive Collector, Hugo, Kaylin Clark. Evening, gents. Can't stay long because I'm going to see Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness in a wee while. Dan Who Rocks. I appreciate that, Caleb, and go and enjoy the film. I have seen it now, so I can look at the chat without fear of spoilers, even though I feel comfortable that my chat wouldn't spoil it for anyone. All right, be nice in the comments. Let people go and get an opportunity to see it, and then we can talk about Doctor Strange in the near future. But no spoilers or conversation from me today. Maverick from Macedonia is in. We got Dio Romo. He says, what's up, everyone? Mini Plastic Multiverse says, hey, I'm a bit late, but I made it. No, you're not late. You're right on time. All good. Raiho Hobby says, what's up, Dan Who? What's up to you, Raiho? Hope you are well. Hero Collections. I've heard of him. He says, let's bring toys to work. We all work at home now. So my toys are already here. Look at that. Look at that. They're already here. I'm at work. This isn't work. This is just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Anyway, let me go back. Dominique Smith. Thank you very much, Dominique, for the last week's super chat. The super chat on Thursday was very generous. Massive appreciation to you, my friend. Always in the chat, showing some love. You know I appreciate it. So thanks once again. And congratulations for your recent graduation as well. Thank you very much, Dominic Smith. Okay, and California Red Devil said, Warriors saved my sanity after that embarrassing loss. Yeah, that wasn't good. I'm keeping an eye on the Man City score at the minute because I know I think everyone who's a Liverpool fan is today only a Newcastle fan. Oh, never mind. They're winning 3-0. Never mind. Sorry, Liverpool. The title may be over. Laser Pants says, go and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness before you watch yesterday's POA then. I think we talk spoilers. Oh, I've seen it, so I can watch free POA on the replay. That is not a problem, but that is some good info. Thank you very much, Laser Pants. Let's go Warriors. I don't know who the Warriors are. Basketball, baseball, American football, some sports from across the pond, I am sure. Rush says, just got set up. Afternoon, everyone. Okay, today, hello, afternoon to everyone as well. And let me just recap some of today's news. So, oops, that is my... people trying to chat to me on Facebook, go away. This is what today's news is. So we got Black Panther, some Marvel Legends news. Okay, let me throw it up on the screen. So we got some recent Black Panther news in regards to the Legacy Collection. Now these figures, like according to Hasbro Pulse UK, these are meant to hit next week, like as soon as next week. So even though we only found out about them, they are meant to hit next week. Now, you know me, I don't particularly need these, but I always want the best representations of characters on a shelf. So if these are a little bit more accurate, it's going to be hard for me to say no. But with the recent price hikes, it's a dilemma, people. Anyway, we can talk about some Legacy Collection stuff. I like that. We can also talk about some Star Wars stuff because you know me, I love that little band that play that same song again. That band, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to spend £200 for the band on the shelf, but we can talk about that. We've also got some G.I. Joe recent pre-orders to talk about. Now, me, Mark, and Tom haven't done a Joe's and Juice since then, so I haven't even got to speak to Tom really about these reveals. So maybe we'll save it for Joe's and Juice. Maybe we'll tease some of the talk today. But yeah, lots of Joe's reveals, pre-orders. Sarge is now back with G.I. Joe as well. And yeah, and obviously Duck Racing as well later on. I haven't had time to update the table, but I assure you it's same old, same old. Damien is still up top with Chinky Monkey Kiara biting their tail, and then like Jamie and Tanner are close behind. But today is another opportunity to get some points on the Duck Racing board. As long as you are here live or you're a regular on the channel or watch the replay, all of that good stuff, you will be entered into the Duck Race. Just a little bit of fun to end the stream. So let me take another sip. So if you are in Group 1, start sending me that fresh DM. So that's Michael, Tom, Cloud, Mark, and Jay. If you are in the chat, send me that fresh DM, and let's get some of yous in here. I will get the link ready for you. So send me that fresh DM on Instagram, just so it jumps to the top of my feed, and I haven't got to search through my feed, all that good stuff. You know what the score is. Let me just copy this. Put that in there. Okay. Is everyone home today? Are people going out for Mother's Day, or people just chilling? What are people doing today? I'm always curious to see what people are doing while I'm here. Like, do you have me on a TV screen? Am I just on the phone? I'm like curious as you watch live. Like usually when I'm watching live streams, I'm on my big TV as I'm like doing stuff around the house. So literally YouTube live streams have replaced like me listening to music and stuff. It's really weird how things have changed in my old age, but that's where we are. Okay, the fresh DMs have come in, so let me get these links sent out to people. Okay, start sending these out. So Jay's got one, Mark's got one, Michael's got one, Tom has got one, and Cloud with the fresh DMness as well. There you go. I think that is everyone. Okay, so the links have sent, gentlemen. All you have to do is join. Now, this is Michael's first time joining the stream, so hopefully everything goes fine, no technical issues. I'm assuming you can just join from a phone. Everyone else usually does, so we should be good. Who's back in the chat now? We got Tyler's jumped in. We got Arturo. Arturo, am I saying that right? I apologise if I say names wrong. I'm super dyslexic on my own. Gahubri J, it took me 4 weeks to learn that name, but his name's just Matt. That's how much the kid confuses me. Dominique says, just hanging out with my mum today. She still has to finish Moon Knight. You've got a cool mum. Like, my mum has not seen any of the Marvel shows. I don't even know if she'd know what the MCU stood for, which is sad, but it's true. I don't think she's been to the cinema in like 20 years either. Jamie says, you're on my big TV watching you on my table for the chat on mute. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Byron says, on Mother's Day, note, hope they reveal a Franklin and Veronica 2-pack in the future. Oh, that would be great. The Fantastic Four children in figure form. We haven't really got a kid book yet. I know Bug Nice mentioned that to the team on an interview as well. We definitely need some new Marvel Legend kid books. There's plenty of young Marvel heroes out there that need some representation in plastic. Hernandez Das Dog, I think, just got home from Mother's Day breakfast. Got you on the TV while playing some FIFA. Oh, nice. I haven't played FIFA in a while. I used to love a bit of FIFA. I was pretty good in it. Probably not anymore, but I was pretty good at it. Now I just play a bit of Warzone occasionally. That's the only game I play. Phone during workout, television cooling down after. Oh, okay, cool, nice. Says Compulsive Collector. Jareth says, on my phone playing with my figures. Beautiful, beautiful. That's the way to do it. Right, let's see who's in the chat. We got 5 in the chat. Let me get them all in. Let me press some buttons. Bear with me, gentlemen. Let me press some buttons and see if it's all working. All right, cool. Right, let me go around the gambit and make sure everyone's working. There you go, Michael. There you go. That's my fault. I never tell people how to do that. Right, let me go around. Tom, how you doing, my friend? You good?
I'm good, Dan, thanks.
Good. Mark Tack, how you doing?
Perfect, Dan. Hi, everyone. All good.
Perfect. Cloud, it's been a great couple of weeks for you, my friend. Married man, birthday, everything going good? Everything's still good?
Still good,
No divorce on the cards just yet?
No.
Okay, good. Just checking. Jay, how you doing? How you affording food at the minute?
PayPal payment free.
Good. Very well. And today's special guest, I'm very happy to have this man here. It is Bring Toys to Work, aka Michael. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I know it's been a long time coming, but I was very excited to do this today. So thanks for having me, and I love this little community that you kind of foster.
Michael, honestly, it's an absolute pleasure. I've been dying to. I tell you this all the time anyway, but while you're here in public, let me just publicly say thank you for everything you do to support the channel, because I know that you get it. Our conversations offline, you get what I'm trying to do here. Just build this positive vibe sort of around toys, and you get it. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate everything you do for the channel. So thank you very much, my friend.
You're very welcome. You know, when someone makes as big of an effort as you do, it should be praised. And the best way to do that is to show support. So I don't think there's a whole lot of communities in the collector world that really is fostering a lot of positivity. And to me, you kind of stand out amongst the crowd, and that's why I'm happy to support you.
Well, it's appreciated, my friend. And as I said, it's people like you and the guys that are here with me today make this so much fun for me to keep it going. So as I said, we're over a year in Legends and Liquor, and I'm not slowing down because I do like a bit of Copperberg, Michael. Do you drink, Michael?
I do, but I'm not drinking today.
That's fair. It's probably early. What time is it where you are?
It's noon.
Okay. Well, you can have a drink if you want. Noon's all right. On a sunny day. Let's, Michael, I hope you don't mind, right? And I hope the lads don't mind. But since it's the first time you're here, usually when we have someone new on the stream that hasn't been here to just talk, I like to just ask them a couple of questions. So if it's all right with you, I've got some questions I just want to ask. Is that all right?
Fire away.
Okay, cool. So before we get into the origin of Bring Toys to Work, I just want to know, how long have you been collecting, and what are your collecting focuses? What are you buying? What are your fandoms, if you will?
So I still have a lot of my action figures and toys from when I was young. I'm an old man. Well, I shouldn't say old, because Cloud, you're in the 40 club now, so you've just joined me recently. But I okay, good. We have more, but you know, when I finally moved out of the house, my mom was like, "You have to take all your crap with you," and I just couldn't force myself to throw it away. And so the retro GI Joe figures from the '80s, Star Wars Kenner, the Superpowers, the Secret Wars, all that stuff, the old Transformers, all that came with me. And so for the longest time, I just kept them in totes. I probably, by the time I hit, I don't know, maybe 12, 13, I stopped collecting. And I didn't start up again until I was 30. And I had to make up for a lot of lost time. But I didn't go back and get a ton of stuff, you know, in between. I kind of started back around, well, 2008, I believe, when the Masters of the Universe Classics and the DC Universe Classic lines kind of came into being. That may have been 2006 for DC. But when I saw that, it reminded me of the superpower figures that I collected when I was younger. And I wasn't really a fan of the old He-Man toys, but because they were articulated, I had to get them. And so that kind of kick-started everything back up again for me. I was the only, now I will say the only line, and this will make you happy, that I was collecting during that span of time here and there was Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Nice. So I do own every single Marvel Legend.
Wow.
And I still have the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. It's in pieces, but I have fragments of it. I don't know how many closets that it's been distributed. So I don't have my toys out everywhere in the house. I have one walk-in closet where maybe I have the vintage stuff. But as far as the latest collections, I actually keep those in the stackable drawer things because, and I know you said we're going to get to it, when as many displays that I do, there's no way I could have this pristine display like you do and like people do, because I would be constantly ruining it.
Yeah,
and
that was something I was going to bring up. I was like, just how do you display your figures? Because I get frustrated. Like, I've got holes in my collection today just from reviewing, like, Rhino, because I had to pull off a few figures on the shelf. And now, like, I've just got figures on my floor again. Like, they're just on the floor. So, like, for someone like you who makes these epic big displays constantly, like, it must be really hard to have a permanent place to display your figures.
It is. And I'm just like you, so don't worry. That would drive me crazy. Yeah. That's why I don't display like, you know, if I ever, one day I'd like to get a bigger home and maybe have some type of secret passage that leads to the collection room.
That'd be so good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Maybe a walk-in closet in my bedroom, and you have to have a secret password to get in, and the door opens up. And, I don't know, something like that. But maybe if that ever happens, I would then be able to display them. But you know, the fact that I do so many displays all the time, I would spend half of my time putting everything back up just in a few weeks to take it down again.
Well, let's talk about it then. The origin of Bring Toys to Work. You've sent me some pictures so I can show some of them off as well. So Bring Toys to Work. Explain to people where that came from and what you were doing.
Well, it literally means what it says. At least a couple of years ago it did. And I'll tell you how it's evolved now. But back in the fall of 2015, when Star Wars, The Force Awakens was coming out, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. First movie I ever saw in the theater was Empire Strikes Back when I was a little kid. Darth Vader means everything to me. He's been someone that I've looked up to. I know, weird for a little kid.
The villain of the franchise.
He would stop me when I was a little kid. So I was just, I couldn't contain myself. The excitement was Force Awakens. Now, seeing it, that's another story. But anyway, so I went before the VP of our area, and I asked, could we ever have like a Star Wars day at work? Because we did dress down Fridays where you could wear like a t-shirt and jeans. And he actually went for it. So the week that the film premiered, in celebration of that, I decided to bring some Star Wars figures into the office. And we were kind of like in these cubicles. So I aligned them up on the wall. And it was a hit. People, didn't realize that I collected, and they liked seeing the figures. And so from that point on, I thought, well, why don't I bring in superheroes? Why don't I bring in Marvel figures? I'll bring in DC figures. And so doing that, and eventually my boss moved me to an area where I could actually display them more on, let's say, bookshelves. And so I started doing that. That went on for about 2 years, and then we moved into a different facility on the same property. But where we moved to, it was more or less on the second floor of the building, and it was right by the employee entrance. See, the building we were in before, we were up at the top floor, so it was kind of secluded. So when I would set up displays, I would keep them there for like 4 or 5 weeks. And yes, that means I would leave them up, go home, and they would be there for several weeks and no one touched them.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if I could trust myself to do that in this day and age.
Well, I was hesitant at first, and but then I just took a chance. But when we moved to the new building, my boss was very hesitant because she did not want someone to come in overnight and take them. Because, I mean, literally, you walk in the employee, there's a hallway, and one door down from that is where what you see right there, that was the entrance to that room. So I would say about 6 or 7 months went by, and she said, Michael, go ahead and bring them back in again and set up a display, but do a small one because you'll have to come in early enough to set it up, and then before you leave to go home, take it back down again. So I did a few small ones, but I said, you know what? I don't like to half-ass anything, so I wanted to go all out. So I would come in at 4 a.m. and set up displays. I picked, depending on what film was opening around that time, like that's Wonder Woman one there. If it was Halloween, I would have the employees pick which villains they would like in the display, and as long as I had the figures, I would bring them in. And but it was long days. I would do it every Thursday, and I would come in at 4, and a lot of times I wouldn't go home till about 9 p.m. that night because I'd have to put it up before work hours. People would come by, take pictures, and then take it down before I went home. So.
Wow.
But it made people smile. It made them happy. And so I didn't mind spending my time doing that.
They look epic. They really do. Each one of them. And the fact that you did this all in a day and to pack them back down again, that's dedication, my friend. So obviously we all know the world went to pot in the last couple of years. So taking the toys to work couldn't happen. So you sort of transitioned what you were doing, but now at home, right, with these bigger displays. And I've got the X-Men video here that I'll play as you're chatting, but now you're doing these new video setups at home. Yeah. So it didn't happen immediately. Back in, I think it was March 2020, they told us all to, start working from home. And about 6 months went by because, we didn't know how long the pandemic was going to last. And we kind of thought, oh, it'll just be temporary, right? But as time kept going on, it seemed like, okay, this may be something a little more permanent for maybe a year, 2 years or so. So I had 2 coworkers say, Michael, why don't you still do the displays? Why do you have to be in work to do them? So actually behind me, there's like 2 6-foot tables that I purchased from Walmart. And I made a backing, and so this is my display area. In the office, I had 9 feet of space, and at home I have 12. Oh, nice.
But the benefit of being at home is I can film multiple different, scenes and edit them together, which is what I did. Like for the X-Men, I recounted, I think it was about 32 different scenes that I did. Wow. And, but at least this way, I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to start doing it. I can do it at my leisure. And, but I really like this more because it's like putting a production together. It's selecting the music. I have to think of what's the concept that I want to do because there's always like a hidden story kind of to it. Like with this X-Men one, my thought was, have the big Sentinel attack, and then I don't know if you've seen the whole thing, but spoiler alert, in there, the Scarlet Witch was actually controlling everything. And so I filmed this back in the end of March, beginning of April. And you kind of go back in time, which is why you kind of see a blurry here to see kind of how the X-Men started, different scenes, but she was kind of controlling all that. And, but I had to come up with a concept that how could I bring justice to the X-Men animated series, which I love, and kind of also show the, how the X-Men evolved through time. And so that's kind of what I did. And, I started partnering back in, when did I start working with Geek Style Dioramas? That was probably the first one that we worked together on, had to have been Captain America, which I did March of last year. And she made a Hydra cap for me, but I found out about her because of X-Manny.
Yeah, of course.
It's his wife.
Yeah.
And so we've just had this really great relationship. I'll let her know kind of what my plans are for the year. And like right now, she's already working on what I'm going to do for July.
Nice.
We can talk to her about August. So she has to kind of start in advance to start building some of the diorama pieces. I don't always use her for every display, but I'm trying to get enough pieces to where I can reuse them based off what I do in the future. So like for the Hydra Castle, there are flags that have the Hydra symbol on them, and I can easily remove them. And maybe I use that as Doctor Doom when I do Fantastic Four. There you go. There's Hank. So that's kind of the concept, but it's the whole thing with Bring Toys to Work is more or less I had to change the meaning of it because I'm not in the office, right? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But what it now means is we should never be ashamed of what we're passionate about. So when we're at work, we never shared that piece of us, that side of us that maybe our friends know. And I don't know if people are just, I don't think my coworkers are interested in knowing that part about me. But through this process, I found out that. And so whatever you're passionate about, Bring Toys to Work means bring what you're passionate about in the forefront, or work stands for world. Share your passion with the world. Bring them from your home to where other people can see them, where you can share that. So that's kind of what the concept means now.
It is beautiful. Honestly, I completely get it. I've always been an advocate for, like, as I said, bringing positive, just think we all use this hobby as an escape from the nonsense of our real life. This is meant to be the part we come to enjoy, not bring stress and all of that. So and I love the fact that within this hobby there are so many pocket niches to enjoy. We're all adults, so we're not, there's only a few of us, I'm sure Mark does still, but there's only a few of us that still sit down and go whack whack whack.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? Cloud's got the resistance, but that's one way of enjoying this hobby. But as I said, as adults, we find all these other creative ways to enjoy our collection and our figures, whether it's through displays, and I love the fact that your displays have their own narrative within it. If you watch them from start to finish, there's a narrative, there's thought put in there, and that's how you enjoy your collection. That's how you enjoy your figures. I enjoy mine by talking about them. I made a YouTube channel, I review toys. I just like talking, if you couldn't tell. So that's how I share my hobby. As I said, whether it's taking pictures with ACBA like Brandon, and by the way, Brandon jumped in earlier and said shout out to Michael, the best there is. So there's Brandon showing some love. But yeah, everyone, my point is that everyone has their own ways to enjoy the hobby. All of us here have collections. I know Tom's got some epic collections hidden in these very sly cupboards, but epic collections all the same. I know Jay's convinced the missus now, where the collections are all over his house. Look at him, he's sitting in front of a Toy Story display. Even the missus has got involved. So yeah, I just love the way that we all find a way to enjoy this hobby, even as adults. As I said, this is meant to be our escape. This is meant to be the good vibes. So Michael, once again, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And yeah, please keep it going. As I said, these are magnificent. I was so annoyed that Instagram took down the video because of stupid copyright music nonsense. Well annoyed. But it's on Facebook, right?
Even in it.
It's stupid. It makes no, trust me, the algorithm makes no sense, my friend. But please, I know we'll get around to plugging again at the end, but please, just for anyone that may be new to you or the first time them hearing about you, please just share quickly where they can find all these videos and pictures.
So it's real easy. So Bring Toys to Work is on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter, and I'm even on LinkedIn. But it's just at Bring Toys to Work.
Beautiful. I'm going to post it in the actual chat, and I'll pin it to the top of the chat. But Michael, once again, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for jumping on and joining us on Legends and Liquor for the first time. I appreciate it, and I hope you become a regular on these.
That'd be great. Thanks
Beautiful.
for having me.
Beautiful. Okay, so of course it's called Legends and Liquor, so let's talk about some toys, shall we? So let me jump back off this and let's just go around the gambit and talk about some new toys, gentlemen. All right. So Tom, let's start up top. Now we haven't done a Joe's and Juice, but we plan to, right? So I'm sure we'll get round. Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get round to talking about that with Mark soon. But any new toys in the last week, my friend?
Well, I got my turtles. The ones that the ones from Hulathon turned up.
Wow. When did they turn up?
Well, eventually, after I spoke to you last time, I emailed them and they eventually gave me the correct tracking numbers.
Okay.
And they hadn't actually moved for 2 weeks, so the tracking numbers. Then they eventually did move, and they got to Hermes, and I got the UK tracking numbers, and one of them had completely the wrong address on it, and it ended up getting delivered to a house about 1.5 miles away.
What?
So I had to kind of intercept it on the way.
Buying toys shouldn't be that difficult. That is nonsense.
Not when you're paying crazy prices.
Yes, that is. I'm glad to see you've got them, my friend. But yeah, did that costumes.com, the site that you brought them off, did they use the same shipping that NECA usually does? Is it dynamic?
Well, it was all, you emailed costumes.com about it, and they were like, no, you need to message these people, and the people actually handling the distribution were Loot Crate.
Oh no! Oh no! Surprised you got your figures at all. But now that's the first time you've actually got your hands on the new updated Toon Turtles, right? With the heads coming off and stuff.
They're great.
What do you think?
I mean, they're great figures. They were very stiff, like most NECA figures are, but once they'd had a bath in hot water, they're all good to go now.
I think they're the best Toon Turtles by far. With the heads coming off and changing all of that, the expressions, so much fun.
Yeah, they're amazing turtles. I haven't had a proper chance to play with them, to be honest.
I appreciate you showing off the best turtle there as well.
Mm.
There he is. Look at him.
I'm one of those people who I don't have a favourite turtle.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You just like them
I have
all.
a least favourite turtle, but I don't have a favourite.
Who's your least favourite? Best not be that guy.
If I say who it is, Mike Hedges won't be happy with
Oh,
me.
no, I know who it is. Okay, I won't say anything. Okay, sorry, Mike. Okay, beautiful. So you got your turtles. I'm glad that your turtles finally arrived because, again, if you've been keeping up with this is Hall of Fun. Tom brought these off Hall of Fun like the day they went up, and it's like took them nearly a month to get to you. Was it over?
I think I bought the turtles the first day of Hall of Fun, and it took them a month to ship them, I think, and then about 2 weeks before they moved, and then another 2.5 weeks till they got here. So
it would have been quicker to just get on a plane and go to like the nearest Target next to an airport or something.
it would have been,
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, for the price they were charging for shipping, I think it was probably the worst international shipping experience I've had.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. For the price you're paying, you would expect someone to hand deliver it to your house on a private jet. So yeah, that's disappointing. But they're glad they're there now. So what else you get apart from your turtles finally?
So I've been doing a bit of a small bit of customizing.
Okay.
So I took my second Captain America, and I've painted the neck in. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've painted its skin tone so it's not
so
blue.
it looks like.
Okay,
and then
yes.
I've glued the hood on properly.
Where's mine?
It sits flush because it tends to float a bit.
So for what Tom's done, people, obviously on this Captain America, you can see that the neck is blue all the way up to the mask, but it comes with an unmasked head, which is probably the best Steve Rogers head we've got. So what Tom's done is glued the cowl around the neck, and then he's painted skin tone down to the sort of cowl, and it looks really nice.
Because it was annoying me that when you have the cowl down, he's still got the
blue neck. Yeah.
His chin.
No, that's
and that's come out nice. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. And I also painted up my my Boba Fett throne.
Mate, I've seen that in your display. You posted like a sort of an update of a Star Wars display, right?
Well, yeah, I had a cabinet with my Master of the Universe Filmation figures in, and because no new ones ever come out, I was getting bored of it, so I just shifted them all out and stuck all my Mandalorian stuff in there.
I need that throne. I'm still waiting for my deluxe Boba, but that's the SH Figure Arts one, right? Because it's got the cloth.
That's the SH Figure Arts one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to test out when I do get my deluxe one whether he'll sit down all right.
That's how I want to display mine. I doubt the Black Series will sit as nice as that, don't get me wrong, but with Fennec on the side, need to get Fennec a bottle of blue something or other. Do you know, like...
Yeah.
But yeah, I need that. And you got that phone from eBay, right? You painted it up
Yeah,
yourself.
it's 25 quid. I think they're on there for like 30. They're either on for 30 or 35, but it has best offer. And I put an offer in for 25 and got it. Or he sent me one.
Okay.
Watching, yeah.
Yeah, you might have to send me the link. I'm very tempted for that.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Very tempted for that. No, looking good.
It may be slightly undersized when you look at the photo, but honestly, once you get them in there, it looks good.
I'm going to put mine just on my like miscellaneous. I'm thinking about giving Star Wars a cube, actually. Do you know I've built that new display? I've got a cube.
Yeah.
I haven't filled them all yet, so I'm thinking about giving Star Wars one, maybe, because I have been picking up more and more with all the Mandalorian stuff coming out, and I'm tempted by that band. But we'll get into some of the Star Wars news in a minute. Any more new toys, my friend?
Only the stuff that other people. I'll let other people go.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna. I've got Jigsaw and Groot, but I'll let other people talk about it.
Yeah, nice. Oh, there you go. Jigsaw. Go and check out my review, people. Cheap plug. And again, if you are, when any of my American friends want some help, I've already sent one off to Laserpants. I've sent a couple off to Dante. So again, if you are a supporter of the channel and you want some help getting Jigsaw, just let me know.
It's a great figure.
Just real quick before I go throw to Mark, I haven't really got much new stuff. I've got some Gargoyles, but I'll talk about them when Rush is on, because Rush helped me get them. But I randomly got this. Has anyone got these? Like, I know it's blasphemous to get Multiverse, but I think this is the best movie Darkseid there is, right? This is better than the body one. You put your hand up, Michael. Have you got this particular figure?
Darkseid is my favorite comic villain, so
wow.
Whatever Darkseid figure there is, I have it.
Do you like this movie look for Darkseid?
I think he looks a little too thin, too lanky. I think of Darkseid as more of a more menacing, more thicker kind of villain, but that's just me. But I mean, considering that they're taking it from comic to film, I don't think he looks bad.
I know there was two versions of this. There was one without his armor and one with his armor. And like I've got a very humble, a very tiny sort of DCEU display just with the Justice League. But I didn't have a bad guy. I didn't have one single bad guy. And I went to get Steppenwolf, but he shot up and got really hard to get on the aftermarket. But I managed to still get him for under retail. So I thought, snap him up before I changed my mind. So he's going to be like my sole villain for my DCEU on the shelf. But there you go, Darkseid. And that's the random thing. Go on, Michael.
I approve. If you could get in, villain, you got.
Yeah. I think if I still have an opportunity to get Steppenwolf, I think I might. But we shall see. Darkseid, I think, is a bigger character, even though he wasn't in the film much. But it's still Darkseid, isn't it? We just need some of it.
Be careful with his left arm; it likes to fall off.
Oh no! Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Have you got the hero stand?
I didn't get the. I haven't got the McFarlane heroes. I've got all the Mafex ones.
Oh, cool.
So I've got the Mafex. Just the only one I didn't get Mafex was I think Wonder Woman. I got the SH figure. So when it comes to the DCEU, I just wanted the best version of those figures, and it was basically Mafex, wasn't it? They're all on the shelf. They're I've just broke my camera.
Darkseid should scale well with those, Dan, right? With Mafex.
Yeah,
Mafex,
that was my plan. Let me reactivate my camera. Okay. So there's again. This is just my miscellaneous shelf, but so I've got the Mafex Aquaman, the Mafex Batman. That's like a DC did some weird line. I can't remember what it was called, but they started doing it for the movies. Do you remember what it was, Mark? I can't remember the name of it.
I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember, Dan. Yeah, there was a Batfleck as well. Wasn't there?
Yeah. But that Superman was pretty good. He comes with like interchangeable heads and lasers for his eyes. And then I've got Wonder Woman there and Flash, and I'm thinking about picking up that new Cyborg. But yeah, I don't know. Just a very random little section of the display, but that was the only new thing I sort of picked up at retail. I got some pre-orders in. I got Jubilee. Shout out Rich. I reviewed Siren. Hopefully Bonebreaker's not too far behind. But yeah, that's about it for me. And I'll talk about Gargoyles when I speak to Rush, because I want to say thank you to Rush. But Mark, over to you, my friend. You got anything new recently?
Okay, yeah. Hi, Dan. And to echo Dan's thoughts, welcome, Michael, to the stream and everything. And hello, everyone, as always. Yeah, so what have I picked up? Well, on Saturday, you were talking to Mayfex there, Dan. My Endgame Captain America, Mayfex Endgame
nice.
Captain
You've been
America
waiting for that.
arrived. Yeah, a long wait for that. Yeah, a couple of years. So here he is. I did have him with the swinging hammers in the arm, but he keeps falling out. But I had to do a bit of modding to him. So he was good, but I actually, controversially, I prefer the Legends one. I prefer the Legends worthy.
Wow.
Yeah, he is good though. I mean, like, I had to mod him just on the arm and on the head a little bit. Mod the heads, but I kind of think maybe the Mayfex Infinity War cap might be a bit better. I know Unparalleled has put up a few reviews recently, and he loves it, and I think the Amazing as well love the Endgame cap, the Mayfex Endgame cap. But yeah, when he first came, I wanted to mod him a bit, but yeah, he's good. Ravager Thor, Marvel Legends Ravager Thor, I picked up.
Nice.
Grab him. Yeah, he's somewhere down there. And I think probably the only other things I can think of, maybe Black Series Mandalorian, but Deathwatch Mandalorians.
Yeah.
We've got a few of those. And I think a Fortnite figure. I don't know what the name of it is. It's kind of a military style figure.
Hasbro one. One of the
Hasbro one, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Hasbro one, yeah. He's got like a sort of metal skull, and in fact, I'll grab off the display and sort of show him.
Oh, does he come with a sniper rifle?
Yeah, he does, Cloud. Yeah. And I can only find him here in the UK here in Props and Replicas, so I picked him up. But yeah.
So what are you doing with that, Mark? Do you like hide that amongst your GI Joe display as like a villain or bad
He's
guy?
a bit of everywhere, Dan.
Yeah.
He's in between a few Stormtroopers, a McFarlane Warhammer figure. That's kind of a shelf that's just not been. It's got everything all over the place. I haven't really worked my way through that one, but that's what I was thinking originally, though, Dan. I was thinking, he'll go well with my GI Joes, but he's just slotted in with everything else, basically.
Mark, just before you show anything up, what are those mint on card Marvel Legends you got behind you?
So I bought these. I've always got these in my YouTube videos and everything, often. But I bought these when Marvel Legends was first. There we go. Actually, you can probably see them a bit better like that. Marvel Legends was first. Epic Heroes
when it started getting good again. Yeah,
when it started getting good again, exactly. And I kind of thought, let me put a few on display on my wall. So I put a few, mint on card ones. X-Force Deadpool, big time letdown Spider-Man, as Shartmus calls him, and Ultimate Captain America. And they've just always been there since then, Dan.
I always I love that Epic Heroes card, by the way. I used to have the Punisher and Deadpool, the red Deadpool. That was like UK exclusive, I think.
That's true,
I used to have them on display.
And no one could ever find the blade. Was it even made?
Nope.
Yeah.
It was meant to. So Blade and Danny Moonstar, I think, were meant to be the variants to Mystique and to Punisher, but then they never got made. So there's prototypes seen online, and you can Google pictures, but no one ever got their hands on. I think there was even a couple more variants. Like there's a white Phoenix that I know the guys at Powers of X-Men have actually got the prototype of, which is really rare.
Oh, right.
So there's a few of those rare ones, Mark, but those ones particularly.
And of course, the red Deadpool and the Doctor Doom showed up in the UK. Do you remember in those sort of
white
discount shops?
For like home bargains. That's where I got mine, my friend. That's where I got mine. Yeah. Bargain. And we've never had a Marvel Legends bargain since then either.
No, that's true. That was our first and last. Yeah.
Nice.
Mind you, having said that, Dan, I've seen on Facebook a lot of people posting in game and places like that recently, like really cheap. Like so, the Old Man Hawkeye and Logan 2-pack for like a tenner.
It's a bargain,
Yeah, I think Lady Deathstrike in Smith's was £1.
I never find those bargains, not where I am, mate. I went and checked Game for the record. After seeing all that online, I went and checked Game just to have a look, because Legends at that price, I like to pick them up for a giveaway or for an extra. I don't, whatever. At that price, I just feel like I can't say no.
Absolutely.
But in my game, nothing, mate. Absolutely nothing. I think there was a cable for like $12.99, but nothing else, unfortunately. I'm tempted to get... I have, now that we know plastic packaging is disappearing, I'm thinking about going back to make sure I pick up all of the retro carded figures. So, do you know, like the White Vision, the Scarlet Witch, the Falcon, the Loki? Because I hadn't picked those up, because I thought, I've got those figures already, I don't need them on display. But now plastic packaging is disappearing. I'm like, okay, if I can find them, I think I'm going to pick them up.
Well, I wonder. I know this is going down another rabbit hole of a conversation, but I wonder if we will. And I know me and Tom have talked about it a couple, and probably we've talked about it as well, Dan. But I wonder if they will return to it at some point in some format, not like how it is now, but maybe some more environmentally friendly packaging where they could redo retro. But I guess time will tell, won't it? I guess
no one knows, my friend.
Yeah,
It's a
no one knows,
Hasbro boardroom decision. I don't think they're. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of them. We don't know. We'll find out what the world looks like next year. But any more new toys, my friend?
I think that's it, Dan. I was trying to think what else I had, but I think that's it, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, stick around. We'll get some Joe talk, I'm sure. As I said, we're going to tease some Joe talk before we get out of here, I'm sure. Cloud, my friend, what have you got? What new toys?
I wouldn't have remembered this Fortnite figure unless somebody else brought one up, but I got this.
Oh, nice. I remember you saying you were getting her, actually.
She just looks so cool. This is my Murder Bear. And she...
Murder Bear? Is that her official name?
Yes. No, Ragsy, I think her name is. But she shifts throughout the office. So I'll see her, like, sneaking up on the Marvel Legends or, like, pulling out cords and stuff like that. It's just... She was a cool figure. I wanted to pick her up. I got these new Plunderlings in. Nice. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but they're actually like clear.
Translucent. They look translucent. Yeah. You can see the light shining through. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they're nice.
So we got these guys come in. We finally opened. I know I've had these for a minute, but we finally opened the Super 7 Turtles.
Nice.
So we did this on my birthday because I told my wife, I was just like, I have to open an action figure on my birthday every year.
Little present to yourself. These. Yeah, of course. Did you like them? Now you've got them open in hand.
Oh, they're fantastic, and it's. I told her, it's like, oh, you know, it almost makes me want to get the other two. And she was just like, how much are they? No, don't tell me. I'm enabling you. It's like, so I feel like it's a matter of time.
I sort of feel like you do need the other two. And that's it. You don't need to get anything else from Super 7. Just get the Turtles and you'll be good with it.
So we have the four, when NECA did the cartoon style, they re-released them in like two packs.
Yeah.
We got those, and we have the Comic-Con movie 4-pack. She got one of those for me.
Yeah.
And then from the Reveltech line, we only have Raphael and Donatello because those are our favorites.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, we have Raph and we have Donnie, so it kind of keeps in theme, but at the same time, we could get the whole crew, and it would be like one more set.
Let me enable you some more, because basically each one of those figure lines that you've just talked about all represent a different representation of.
Exactly.
Because the Super 7 are basically updated versions of those Playmate toys. The NECA are from the animated show. The movies, obviously the movie. The Reveltech's its own thing. So, like, each of them are their own incarnation of the Turtles. So I feel like you need to complete those teams, Cloud.
I think, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
The last thing I got, and the thing I'm most excited about, is I got my third Ronin Warrior.
I seen your pictures. I smiled when I seen that picture, Cloud. So I know how happy they make you.
They're beautiful.
So you've got the red, green, and the blue one now, right?
Yes.
And there's a white one on pre-order or something like that.
I think I pre-ordered him through HobbyLink Japan, so he's a bit quicker out. I think October.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
They don't have him for a U.S. release until at least February, so probably like March, April of next year. No, there's two more. There's two more from the core team. No idea when they're coming out.
What colors are they?
Light blue and orange are the other two colors. So they'll look really good all lined up. But I can wait because they're 145 each.
Yeah, it's the long game. Long game with those.
And he came in right after. And now like there's the Marvel Legends sets on pre-orders. The Bone Breaker and the controller waves are popping up. So I'm like, please just, we get shit late here. Sorry. We get stuff late here. I'm okay with that because the wedding was an expense. I had a lot of things come in, so I don't mind waiting. But then there's the part of me that's impatient. It's like, well, if I can find it and get it, and it comes in early, then whatever. It's still money I'm going to spend anyway. So trying to be good.
It's peaks and troughs, isn't it? Like sometimes there's like a few weeks where nothing comes in, and you sort of get a little bit itchy because you've got that toy money you want to spend, and you should be sensible and save it for the waves that are coming, but you just get a little bit too itchy. I've been there, Cloud. But yeah, you're right. There's meant to be like the controller wave and the what's the other one? Controller and Bone Breaker are meant to hit like this month. So yeah.
I don't see them coming here at least this month. I would be surprised. I'd be happy, but we tend to get things much later now. I don't know why, but like our animated Wolverine was pushed to like July
Yeah, that's weird.
for whatever reason. So
Makes no sense.
it is what it is. They'll show up when they do.
Any more for any more, Cloud?
I don't think so. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so.
All right, if you remember, just pop up. I just want to say shout out to my uncle Andrew in the chat again. Hello, Andrew. He always gets mad at me when I don't speak to him in the chat. So there you go. Hello, Uncle Andrew. How are you doing? He's got. I told you this last time. He's got a 3D printer. I need to go and visit him and get him 3D printing some stuff for us. So I'll pay you a visit soon, Andrew. But thank you for watching. Let's jump down to Jay. Jay, my friend. Now I've seen lots of pictures from you on Instagram. That's why I was asking you, how can you afford food this week? Does Kiara know how much all this stuff costs, and tell the world what you've been buying?
She does, yeah. Okay. Well, I've had doing some sales to fund it, so that's how we're doing it. So the Mezco 112 is going. So I've sold about 5 Mezcos, so that's how I paid for it.
What was that, Tom?
All of his Mezco 112 is going.
Yep.
All the comic book is I've kept the horror stuff and the movie stuff, but I've got rid of all the comic and Marvel and DC comic stuff. That's about 27 Mezcos.
Wow.
It was Super 7.
Yeah. So yeah.
So what Super 7 stuff you've been buying then? Tell them.
What have we got? So Thundercats are.
Oh.
Yes, they are. So Lionel's here. There's loads more upstairs, but I brought Lionel down because he's been about 2 years on pre-order.
I got him when he originally came out. He's been on my shelf since then, just lone Lionel on the shelf. But I have brought, I think I had on pre-order the second release of Panthro with the updated trunks, so it's like more accurate or something like that.
Yeah, so, I've got the original one with the spare set of.
Did you change them yourself?
Trunks. I haven't done it yet. No, they're just sat in a little box. And I haven't been brave enough to do it.
I wasn't brave enough to even attempt it, so I was like, I'll just patiently wait for the re-release, and thankfully, that's what's happened.
That's another rabbit hole. My Lionel came in, and now I'm looking at Tigra and Chitara.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just get the core team, but they haven't revealed any of the little kids yet, have they? So like,
no, I've pretty much gone for everyone from every wave.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's dangerous. Some of the characters I'm not familiar with, especially in that fourth wave. Of like some of them, I'm like, apart from the main cast, there's some deep cuts in that wave already.
Yeah, they do like their deep cut. I think I've got the box set of the DVDs going through them the same way I've been going through the Turtles animated series as well. So you do get to some of them in there.
Yeah, it's nice to find them though and go, aha! Now I know. Now it makes sense why it's on the shelf. Yeah,
I know because when they did that police lady on the bike with their ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I literally just watched that episode the week before. So
that meant you want the figure.
Yeah, so I ended up pre-ordering the blooming bikes.
Yeah, dangerous.
Got a Pinocchio, which I don't know, I just love this little thing.
What's he been lying about?
The prices of the figures.
Yeah.
There goes the camera. What's wrong with this camera today?
Pinocchio's nose turned it off.
He's doing that. Yeah, I love the little Pinocchio. But with Super 7, I've gone in for the G.I. Joe, all the Power Rangers, Simpsons, Transformers. So.
I told you, when I said to you at the start of the stream that Jay's going in for stock with Super 7, he's not wrong. He's got shares.
What? Camera's just dying today.
It's all right, Jay.
Doesn't like me, does it?
It's all right. It's all good.
To
be fair to Super 7, I know people like a hit and miss with the figures, but some of the franchises that they're making toys for are like A-list franchises. They're hard to ignore and very easily tempted to. Like, I'm even tempted by some of the Power Ranger stuff. Like, I know that Finster's like actually got soft goods clothing on with his apron, and it's like, I don't know. I am tempted, but
because I sold all my Lightning collections. See,
at least you're being sensible though. You're like trading collections or whatever. Like, it's all part of the game.
I got a £500 for all my Lightning collections, so nice. Let's cut the waves of those. But with the Mezco, I thought, well, I've got all the Marvel Legends of the same characters, and then Alexi's enabled me with all these great Mafex pictures to go for the Mafex Marvel. So I'm like, I can't really have Mafex, Marvel Legends, and Mezco. So Mezco's got to go, and then at least Super 7 is different characters. So,
well, at least you're investing in these lines that you're getting multiple waves and more figures are coming, and these lines don't seem to be slowing down, at least, like, because they're like free pre-orders in the future, ain't they? With like, just think Power Rangers Wave 1 hasn't even hit yet, and you can pre-order Wave 3 right now.
Yeah.
So you're going to be getting
Which
these
is
for the
good
next
though
2
in a way
years.
for me, because at least it gives me a long time to save up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You can plan. Like, and you'll be collecting for years to come.
So the problem with that is I did that with the Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Which actually that was the other thing I picked up. I finally picked it up on DVD. So I don't know if I should watch it because it's probably going to get me into buying the rest of the figures.
Yes, it will.
But I pre-ordered. I went for Quicksilver and Steelheart, and I was just like, I'll just do those, and I'll wait because they're so far in the future. They're due like next month. It just it pops up like that. Yeah. So it's put it out of your mind, but then it goes by so quick. So it'll be here before you know it, and then you're gonna be like, damn it.
As collectors of plastic, we like get suckered in. If there is a plastic representation of something that we have started to like or get ourselves invested in, we can't help but want this thing on the shelf. Like I've told you a few times, like every night now when Amanda goes to sleep, I'm watching the X-Files from the beginning. Like that's my show I've been watching. And she rolled over to me the other day and says, I bet you're trying to look for figures of these now as well. And I was like, man, I've actually looked, and but they're old school, they're 90s. I'm trying to stay away, but like, yes, you can't help yourself. If there's plastic representations of these things, you can't help but just do the quick eBay Google search.
McFarlane, isn't it, Dan? McFarlane.
Yes, in the 90s, and then I think Diamond Select have done the most recent ones from the most recent series in 2018, I think. But I'm halfway through season 4, so I'm still early. I haven't even got to the first movie yet, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm keeping that going. Any more apart from Super 7, Jay? What else you been buying?
Well, I haven't been on since Bronx has arrived.
Oh yes,
so
of course.
Shout out to Mike X for the UK shipping parcel, and Tom for sending it over as well. So that's
nice.
Luna's upstairs. I'm not moving forever.
Yeah, you're all in on the Gargoyles as well, right?
Yeah. I love Gargoyles. That's the problem with Super 7 and some of these NECA lines. That just so much nostalgia. I'm like, right, okay, some Marvel has to go. It's represented somewhere else.
Nostalgia's dangerous, mate. It's an addictive thing.
I mean,
did you have any QC issues with your Demona?
No, she was perfect.
Good.
Which was great. The wings were quite stiff actually. I had to heat them up quite a lot just to bend the clip to get it in. But yeah, no, she's perfect. Which is good.
That's good to hear. As I said, I haven't opened mine yet, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, no issues.
Well, we've got a Vince McMahon Builder figure.
Nice.
Random thing we've got. There's a new Builder figure wave out for that, so that'll go with the Ultimate Edition Arena thing.
That's like early WrestleMania Vince, isn't it? Like when he was
it's WrestleMania 3. I think. It's going to be on my announce table when the
nice.
the light up ring comes.
With Randy Savage there as well, his cowboy hat
going,
microphone. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
He's going on there. And the final thing I've got is something I don't think we've shown before. I've changed scales slightly. So got a Beast Kingdom 1/9 scale.
1/9. That's a unique scale.
Wow.
Christian Bale Batman.
Nice.
So I've decided to do DC sort of films or Batman in the living room on top of the cabinets. So I've gone to this scales because they're doing the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Okay.
And so I'm going to try and have an evolution of Batman across the top
in
there.
that particular scale.
In that scale because they're quite. I gave up with Mezco's Keaton Batman. I just can't pre-order in the end.
Mate, that has been like over 2 years, right, since you pre-ordered that?
It did come this really cool Joker head, and it'll come up. Which
nice.
I thought was a great sculpt for Joker, which is one I've got on pre-order for next year to go with it. It's a spare head, so he is changing across the top.
1/9 scales are quite a unique scale. Usually you get 3 3/4, you get 6 inch, you get 1/12, and then 1/6 for the Hot Toy sort of scale. But 1/9 is quite unique.
Do a comparison to the normal Black Series.
Yeah.
Beside it, they are much taller, but they work on top of the cabinet. It's the same as the Star Wars Hyperreal line that they did with that Luke, and it's the same scale as that. So I've got those two as well. So.
Oh, nice. Always curious to hear about other people's dipping into their toes in other things. But 1/9, I don't know. I don't think I've got anything. I think I stick to 1/12, to be fair. I've been tempted by the quarter scale turtle stuff in the past, but I've avoided it because there's no hiding them from Amanda if there's like a literal quarter scale Donatello in the house. But yeah, pretty good. Okay, nice one. Michael, my friend, like what do you collect? You collect not just Legends, you collect multiple things, right? So tell us what you've been collecting. Because earlier we talked about your early collecting days, but what are you collecting right now? What are some of your favourite things to buy? And then obviously any new toys you've got as well.
So I collect Marvel Legends, of course, Black Series, Classified, and Gargoyles are probably my 2 favorite lines at the moment.
Nice.
I just love the detail on the Classified, and I have a soft spot for Gargoyles. So I am still trying to track down Bronx because he's my favorite. But I pre-ordered him, so I'll get him next month.
You need to, as I said, reach out to people in the community. They will help you out. Shout out to Rush. He sent me over both Bronx and Demona. So I will shout him again when he comes on later. But yeah, these are amazing, mate. Amazing.
All right, maybe I will, because Bronx, he's always been my favorite. I've also gone down Super 7 hole there because being a fan of Masters of the Universe Classics, you know, when that line went to Super 7, that started the Ultimates.
Yeah.
And so bought those, and then they did their Filmation style figures. And, you know, Mattel had released those initial 6 figures for Thundercats. So I have the Thunder Kittens and, you know, those figures. And then when I saw that they were going to do them, I'm like, it's a chance to complete that team and get more. And then when they did Silverhawks, because I love Silverhawks more than Thundercats.
Okay.
But I still love them both. But when I saw Silverhawks, I was like, dadgummit. So yeah, I went down those rabbit holes too. And the G.I. Joe animated stuff with Super 7. I think just those 3 lines with Super 7. But and I'll collect some McFarlane DC here and there. I don't, you know, just because of their articulation, they're so stiff.
Yeah.
They're very difficult to use in displays for what I need them for. So I tend to gravitate toward the DC Universe Classic ones when I do the displays. But I'm trying to think what else. I like, you know, NECA does their Flash Gordon Defenders of the Universe. Yeah. So I want to get those 6 figures. I have the first 3. I'm waiting on the other 3 to come in. But my big thing, and this is why Mark and I get along so well, is I like to army build.
Yes, yes. He's like the secret army building king in.
I have a problem with it. So, but the week I got some Death Watch Mandos. Didn't really get a whole lot over the past 2 weeks. Honestly, it's kind of been a little dry here, which I don't complain because then
a storm's coming.
I know. I'm trying to prepare. But yeah, I really haven't gotten a whole lot these past weeks. So, are we talking about pre-orders, or is that?
Yeah, no, you could. Well, we're going to get into some of the recent toy news. But what have you been pre-ordering? Anything stand out?
So, this is my problem. If it's Marvel Legends, if it's classified or Black Series.
Okay, well, save it then, because we're going to get into some of that before you get out of here, all right? So let me just quickly go to some of the toy news. So again, it is Legends and Liquor, so I have to bring up any relevant Legend news. And recently revealed was the Legacy collection with these new figures. So I'm just curious what you guys think. So I know someone like Tom, for example, wasn't collecting MCU stuff from the get-go, but he has started to now pile an MCU shelf and collection. So I'm curious from you guys' perspective, do you like the idea of these re-releases? Did you miss out on these characters? Do you think it's a good opportunity for other people? And are you picking them up? So let's start with Tom. Tom.
I like the idea so people can pick them up, but I might get the Black Panther. I haven't seen the regular version for pre-order over here yet.
No one has. It's a Walmart exclusive in the US, but no news for us so far.
So it might just turn up in stock, which is what seems to happen with most Walmarts.
And these are meant to be appearing next week as well, I think, the 16th.
But I'm probably good for the rest of them, I think. I mean, I just actually sold the Builder figure.
M'Baku.
Yeah. Because I went a bit overboard I kind of got into the MCU Legends and then went way overboard for the amount of display space I have.
Did you just sell him, by the way, before this reveal?
Do you know what? I sold it on the day of this reveal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I was like, literally they revealed it and I was like, quick, get this in the post. So they
yeah. Tracking number done. It's yours.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm good for the rest. I'm not like I don't have the Killmonger.
You've
But
got.
also, because he's dead, I'd consider him a minor villain in the MCU. So I'm
Or is
not-
he though? Or is he? You see him collapse, but they did say they have technology to cure him, so they could have just carried his corpse down to the little Wakandan hospital and save him. He could be in a Wakandan prison for all we know.
He's a Skrull.
Or he's a
This
Skrull. He's a great.
alive.
Yeah, I think he's a great villain, and his reception from critics and the audience were great. So they're going to find a way, whether it's a variant or something, to bring Michael B. Jordan back into the fold. I think so anyway. But yeah, have you got like your build? I'm trying to think of your display. It's like an end game type of setup. Have you got Shuri?
At the moment, it's kind of I've got Shuri,
Yeah.
and I've got Nakia.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to ask the same question to everyone as we go around. By the way, one MCU movie that you'd like them to do a legacy collection for, where they re-release the most accurate, up-to-date, best versions of characters from that film. Just one MCU movie you'd like to see it for.
Probably Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 1.
You see, now you're going to bring out that box set, but I've got half the figures in that box.
Oh, that
set,
is
so
some news. I could actually bring that up as well, to be fair, in regards to Legend news. Let me do that now while I remember. Let me throw it up on screen. There it is. So, again, as we're talking Legends, this is another reveal. Guardians of the Galaxy. They're basically the way Volume 2 re-releases, all in a 5-pack, which is going to be like a Disney exclusive. This was found at Epcot, but is it going to be on Disney Store Online? We don't know yet. There's not really much release information, but the box is an official release that you can buy right now at Epcot, I believe. So, yeah, and an opportunity to get the whole movie Guardians in one set with all the versions of Groot as well that were previously only available in that Toys R Us exclusive Groot pack. So, yeah, if you haven't got any of the movie Guardians, this set is like perfect for you. But that is sort of legacy line, I guess. But is that But are you talking like me though? In regards to a legacy collection, you'd like to see Volume 1 Guardians?
Well, I would like to see. I've got Star-Lord and Groot, and I think I've got every version of Groot now.
Okay.
And I've got that version of Rocket. So I need everyone else. But I don't know if by the new pricing, I don't know if I want to buy a whole box set to achieve it.
Yeah.
Especially because at the moment I have Star-Lord displayed with his helmet on, so photo real isn't that much of an advantage.
Yeah. Well, again, like the Star-Lord, where is he? Star-Lord with this Thor wave doesn't even come with a helmet. Comes with the more hair on his head. I don't think the likeness is as bad in person, by the way. I've said this multiple times, but is it the best? No, probably not the best, but it's not as bad as people are making out. It's just Star-Lord with more hair, I guess. All right.
Also, we've got the Christmas special for Guardians of the Galaxy coming up, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So the opportunity to get those other characters is probably going to be plentiful.
I hope so. You know me, I'm always all in for MCU stuff, at least. New versions, at least. All right.
I'd like to put Gamora in the white costume from the comics.
Yep. I'd love a re-release of... When I first seen this box set, by the way, I was hoping it was a comic set. When someone said there's a new Guardian box set, I was like, oh, is it a comic? Because I missed out on that original comic box set.
Yeah, I'd love that as well.
Yeah, so I don't have the Guardians comic form. I would love a Guardians comic re-release rather than MCU. But, okay. Let's keep going. Mark, what about you? Did you like the idea of this legacy line? Did it tempt you at all?
I do like the idea of it. I echo what Tom says, Dan. I think it's great for people who are coming into MCU collecting at any point where they may have missed figures. This is perfect. If, say, figures are expensive on the secondary market, I've actually sold all my Black Panther figures to fund classified figures at one point. So I didn't have him back with the Build-A-Figure. I probably had everything on screen there. The three, apart from Shuri, maybe. I had a comic Shuri, but I sold them all. But I probably would pass on these just because I had them before. They are great figures, though. Don't get me wrong. They are perfect figures. But what I'd like to see would be either, well, if I had to pick one, I guess, Avengers, the original Avengers 2012 film, because I really want Cap in that suit. I think MCU collectors said it as well.
Yeah,
I really want the Cap. Yeah.
Without those T-joint legs that they re-released.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I wanted 2012 figures, not 2012 articulation. So, like,
yeah.
But that's the thing. Yeah, I really wanted that figure on like a modern, maybe like on the Worthy Cap body or something.
Yeah.
In that uniform. So this would be a perfect way to do it. So that's what I think.
Yeah, hopefully soon. What about you, Cloud? And any of these tempt you? Do you like the idea of the line?
I definitely like the idea of the line. For people who missed out, I had no idea that vibranium Black Panther was so sought after. I would have parted with mine. He was actually the one I had on the shelf for the longest time, until I managed to track down the retro card Black Panther, the comic one. Yeah, because I prefer, but they're like, I prefer to have all the comic. But when I was starting, there were a couple of figures who could work, like him and Iron Man.
Yeah, you can fudge them into a display. Yeah.
So I picked up that one. I liked the purple highlights on it. So he's around here somewhere. I've got like 3 giant bags of figures that I've retired that I'm going to use to fill out my last shelf. So he's still here somewhere.
Nice.
But I like this in general, like re-releasing figures, like be it like this or like in a retro wave. I'm all for that. That's how I managed to get certain characters.
Yeah.
I did miss out on Scarlet Spider, which still kind of bothers me because I had many opportunities to get him, but it's good to get in. I like that they're a bit more accurate to how they looked in the film. So I'm all for it. I don't collect MCU, and keep them coming.
So what MCU film could tempt you if they released a legacy line with all the best versions of that film in a wave?
I'm probably also going to say the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
That had like a great Iron Man armor. It had an awesome. They all look so good that if they did that and released like the core team, I might actually get them and put them on their own shelf.
If they did a legacy collection wave of that first Avengers movie with the 6 Avengers in one wave, all pinless, new articulation, great likenesses, that would be a killer wave. That would tempt many people to go, do you know what, I'll just get this wave as my MCU representation. I reckon that would be a great way for Hasbro to go. We shall
100%.
see. Michael, what about you with this legacy line? You said that you've got everything Marvel Legends. Is that just comic, just MCU, or everything? You in with the MCU stuff as well?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Good.
Black Panther is my favorite superhero.
Nice.
And I was 5 years old, so I probably will get these, even though I have them. But I wouldn't do that with every legacy collection. Probably, I think I'll have to draw the line with this. But I'm with Mark. I definitely think we need the first Avengers. And I think they should focus on the films like the first Thor, the ones that were not released in the series packaging.
Yep.
Bring them out first, but I'm sure it's going to be related to whatever film is coming out. So I'm sure Black Panther is coming out because Wakanda Forever is being released in and they want to attract buyers, because when you've got something that's currently in the media, that's going to attract people, the casual fans to purchase. So I think that as collectors, we want this line to exist because I think it's going to help Marvel Legends continue. I think if they keep on the same route that they're going now, the formula will get stale, and it's I don't think they're going to pick up too many new collectors. So I think this is a smart way to get new people to start collecting, because we want the brand to continue, right? By whatever means. So I think this is a must.
You're completely right. Like, people forget that, don't they? People selfishly think of themselves and go, well, I've already got these figures, I don't need these. But if you want this line to continually grow and you be able to get new characters, you need the line to be successful. And it's a bit overwhelming for new people to get on board if they look at eBay and go, wow, I can't go back and get that character because it's out of my price range. So this is, again, an opportunity to get new collectors on board, or to let people fill gaps in their collection, so they're continually going to keep supporting the line. So again, no issues with me at all, and they do all seem to be tweaked to be a little bit more accurate as well. So your movie choice would be First Avengers then as well?
Yeah, it would be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, Jay, what about you? So you're in a phase where you're selling loads of stuff. Are you selling your MCU stuff? What's going on?
I've sold some of it, so
Okay.
I've got representation of every film on the shelf, but I haven't got every character from every film anymore.
Okay.
But I do have every character from the Black Panther film. I've kept all those, so I do have all of the figures in this way, so I don't really need it. But I am tempted by Killmonger's new sort of helmet with the sort of cheetah pattern on the top, which is missing from the other.
It's called
figure.
the Golden Jaguar or something like that in the comics. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Right.
And it's the deco is so much nicer The other one's literally here. Let me get it. And you can see that the deco is like nowhere near like what the new one is. So it is an upgrade. Like, I'm a sucker because I want the most movie accurate figures on the shelf. So like, yes, I've technically already got this figure, like with the same accessories, etc. But it's not going to be as movie accurate as that one. So like, that's where I get tempted. I'm like, well, I could do a little upgrade. So very tempting. But what movie would tempt you to get a whole wave of these, Jay?
Well, it's probably the ones that are missing from the collection, which would be Iron Man 2 and the Incredible Hulk.
No,
Because
okay.
we need like Mark V Iron Man. Yeah.
Edward Norton in figure form, do you? That'd be
I
confusing.
want the Abomination as a builder figure. I've wanted it for years, the original Abomination design.
Well, that might happen. Abomination's turned up in Shang-Chi. He's going to be in... Tim Roth is going to be in She-Hulk. You know, like, that may be on the cards.
So that's what I've always wanted, because when I was still working, probably the last year I was working at Woolworths in the toy bit, we were selling the Incredible Hulk movie figures.
Okay.
From, well, they weren't even Marvel Legends, I don't think, were they, those Reservoir? And so I just remember selling those and thought, what on earth is this Abomination design? And absolutely hated it. But then since then, I've just somehow grown to love it for just nostalgic purposes, it seems. So.
I told you, nostalgia's a drug. You get addicted to that stuff. You're like, just... but yeah, even the MCU design has changed, isn't it? In Shang-Chi, he actually looked much more like the comic version.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah,
he had the sort of scale sort of ear things. All right, beautiful. There's our Marvel Legends talk. So there you go. Like Legends and Liquor. There's the liquor. There's the Marvel Legends talks. Beautiful. Okay, so real quick then, just to finish off with this group, there are some Star Wars reveals and pre-orders, and there's also some G.I. Joe pre-orders. All right. So the Star Wars pre-orders are all there. Again, you guys know the score with that. Same with the G.I. Joe stuff. So I'm just going to throw it over to you, and I want to know, out of all of this new stuff that's gone up for pre-order, what has tempted you in this age of higher prices and being a little bit more selective in our collection and our buying habits? Because those Joes look amazing, by the way. Look, it's hard for me to skip any of them. And is anyone else buying the Cantina band? Because again, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's just start off. Okay, so we're talking G.I. Joe. Let me get the pictures up on screen. That would probably help. Okay, so we're talking Star Wars pre-orders, all right, and G.I. Joe pre-orders. All right, so lots of pre-orders going up. I want to know what you guys have been buying. Tom, starting up top with you, what you spend your money on?
I've got the Cantina. I've got one of the deluxe.
Yeah, break it down to me, because I wasn't clever enough to figure this out, all right? And I was saying it's going to cost me like £200 to get the band, where you're a lot smarter than me. Break it down for me, Tom. What are you doing?
Probably if you get all 7 members, I think it's going to be like £200 at least. But I said to my eldest son, I said, how many members are in the Cantina band? And he said 4 or 5. And I think on screen there are 5, although maybe there are 7. But I don't remember ever seeing 7 on screen. To me, there's either 4 or 5. So I've gone for 4. But now in my mind, I'm going, maybe I need a 5th member. But that deluxe set is, if that's the future of deluxe set pricing, then I'm going to be passing on a lot more deluxe sets.
50 quid in the UK, which is pretty pricey, like for a single figure with some accessories for sure. But you can, as I said, the advantage of having the deluxe figures, you can have your space drum player, your space saxophone player, and space xylophone player. I don't know if these are the technical Star Wars terms. I may get shot by the cannon police, but there you go. That's what you'd get in the deluxe set. So you, Tom, as I said, are very heavily buying. So how many of these guys you getting?
So I've got 3 at the moment, and one of the deluxe.
Okay, so you'll be able to get a decent band.
But I might increase that to 5. But I'm always a bit. You never know how it's going to go with Army Builders. Sometimes they just go, and sometimes you see them months later on clearance.
Well, they linger. Some of them linger for a little bit, which lure people into a sense of, these are easy to pick up when I want, and then they vanish forever. AKA Hellfire Hank. Like people are like, oh, he'll be everywhere. He's only a Bookie Cat figure, blah blah blah. And then I endorsed him, and now everyone wants him. No, I'm only joking. But you never know, is my point. But
I'd say with Star Wars, the only army builder that ever typically disappears instantly or very quickly is Stormtroopers go quite quick. Well, they don't go instantly, but they do go quite quickly. Most other Star Wars army builders hang around for a long
Stormtroopers
while.
are probably
You can get the Hoth Trooper now, years later.
for about a
like
tenner. Yeah, I know.
a tenner a
I've
piece.
seen. But the Stormtroopers, I think universally, it doesn't matter what franchise or toy line you're thinking of, I think Stormtroopers are like universally the most known army builder, full stop, period. You just can't help it. Everyone knows who a Stormtrooper is. So if you get two of these, he comes with two flutes anyway, doesn't he? So if you got two of these, you have two different instruments already.
I think he comes with 3 flutes.
Oh, 3, he does, yeah, he does. Okay. So you could get 3 of these and have 3 flute playing band members. You got a whole flute section of the band. And then, all of these here, like, very, very... Okay, so you're in for these. Anything else, Star Wars and G.I. Joe, apart from the Cantina band?
At the moment, I've got the Leia and the New Republic droid.
So this is the layout.
And then I've just listened to every podcast I've listened to this weekend. They're like, why are they doing this Leia? Why are they doing this droid? And now I'm like, man, maybe I'm going to cancel that pre-order with those bits.
Don't like if you want these figures on your shelf, you buy them, you enjoy them. Don't listen to the negativity of Hero.collections.
I'm trying, because the prices are going up, I'm trying to play a game all the time. Now, it's not like a couple of years ago, I'd just been like, I just pre-order them. Now it is like, well, everyone's saying they don't want these figures. So now I'm thinking, should I just wait? Because I don't desperately need either
What
of these
people
figures.
say and what people do, Tom, are two different things. You'll get the same people online saying, I'm not going to buy these figures, skip. And then when they come out, they're the same people buying these figures. So ignore these idiots.
Yeah, but when you look at, don't you every Christmas look at the sales and go, oh man, I paid miles more for that than I can get.
But you never know what's going to go on sale. That's part of the game.
Know.
You
Well,
just
you
don't
can
know.
guarantee that Spider-Man will sell out.
Exactly, yeah. To be fair to you, you may be able to get this Ewok Leia on sale, maybe later.
Yeah, 100% you're getting this Ewok Leia on sale.
You can still buy the 40th anniversary carded Leia in the white dress, the buns for like £10. Like she's still around now.
I'm sure that Endor Leia from a couple of years ago as well is
Yeah.
still hanging around on clearance.
They must make loads of them. That's why. This is the droid you said you're getting as well, right? The one.
Yeah, which is cool, but if I never had him in my Mando display, it's not going to be the end of the world. So I was kind of like, maybe I'll just cancel this order, order the extra member of the Cantina band, and then just wait and see what happens.
I'm very tempted to ask people what instruments they're going to get their Cantina band playing, but I don't want to be here all day. But you've got choices, is my point. And of course, we're going to do a Joe's and Juice anyway, Tom. So we'll break these down in a lot more detail. But just initial thoughts on some of the G.I. Joe pre-orders. You in?
I've ordered them all,
Yeah,
except for, and I've got 4 of the Crimson Guard, except for the one in the Green Cross Code outfit.
Oh, okay. The Python Patrol Cobra officer, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like
The lollipop man. He should have come with a big stick to help people cross the road. The school kids get across the road safely.
yeah. I mean, I keep seeing you and Mark boasting you like Python Patrol troopers.
I'm getting one of them. I'm getting one. I quite like his Illuminous design.
I feel like even Mark was going to skip the
I was.
Look,
I was, but I didn't.
Which is mine now.
I don't understand why wearing high vis in a jungle is going to help you camouflage, but that's the logic of G.I. Joe. But no, these figures look great. But again, we'll break them down in more detail on Joe's and Juice for sure.
Yeah.
So let me jump over to Mark. And thank you very much to Home Dude as well, the channel membership token. He says, Dan, I'd love to buy that Hellfire Hank to complete my Who crew. I'm sorry. This is my only Hellfire Hank I've got mint on card. So, I can't part
Mint
with him.
in card.
Well, mint in card,
in
yes, you're
card.
correct. He's sealed. It's my only sealed Hellfire Hank. And is there even a Hellfire Hank in this plastic-free packaging? I will never know.
There's actually a New Hope Leia.
That's probably, but I will never know. I will never know. That's the problem of keeping mint on card figures in this plastic-free era, is that I will never know if there is a Hellfire Hank even in this. We don't know. We'll never know. I'm sorry, Home Dude, but maybe someone in the community can help. Does anyone else in the community have a spare or a Hellfire Hank they're willing to part with so Home Dude can complete his Who crew? Because no Who crew is complete without their fearless leader, Hellfire Hank. But we appreciate you, Home Dude, all the same. And I should mention to Michael as well, annoyingly, anyone in the Zoom call can't hear the super chat or the token noises. But I always interrupt you anyway, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's jump to Mark. Mark, all these pre-orders, what are you spending your money on? Any Star Wars tempted you? Are you getting the band?
What? Well, this will be quick, Dan. Star Wars, nothing. G.I. Joe, everything.
Okay, easy. Moving on. No, we will. Just quick thoughts on G.I. Joe, though, Mark. You obviously.
Yeah, I loved it. I've got to admit, I know we're going to talk about this probably in detail in Joe's and Juice, but I was a bit surprised when the stream started, and I thought, oh, like they're going with repaints right from the get-go, which was a bit odd. But yeah, I mean, the pre-orders I was actually really excited for, so I've pre-ordered everything, even a Green Cross Code Man Cobra, one of them. But maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. But yeah, pre-ordered all those. Yeah, I kind of think the reveals. Well, I think what they were doing, they were holding stuff back, weren't they, with that stream for June?
They're talking June, ain't they? They're saying there's a lot of reveals in June. They're trying to get a HasLab sorted. But apart from the pre-orders, they revealed a lot of stuff that people were a little bit underwhelmed by because it was a lot of sort of reissues and reuse. But it's a toy line that's part of the game, I'm afraid.
The only thing I think is a bit of a surprise is that Storm Shadow, classic Storm Shadow, I'm sure everyone knows what I'm going to say, is coming out, but we've even received the one that the first one, which is a bit of a surprise, but maybe we're not going to see that for a while, and maybe...
I think that's the case. I think we're still going to get the single release first, and then the retro one after. But those retro carded figures ain't even going to last long anyway because the plastic-free packaging. There's going to be 8, and that's it, they said.
Yes, that's true.
And they're not even going to get some of the main guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's true, Dan. I was like preparing myself. Oh, I'm great. I'm going to have a great...
There's no Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and none of them on the retro card yet.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd get my wall ready, just like you know, like...
That would have been great.
But yeah, it's probably not going to happen now. But the one that shocked me, though, which came out of left field, I'm sure, same as everyone, was Sergeant Slaughter. Because I thought, well, you know, Valaverse, the Valaverse one's there, that's probably it. But then, this one's all right. Is on the way, so...
I think that was inevitable, to be fair, because Valaverse, it was never like an exclusive deal. It's just like you do a partnership for the likeness and or for his rights or whatever. But Sergeant Slaughter, he's the king of the toy licensing game. You've got
true, WWE,
Mattel, WWE. You've got now Hasbro and Valaverse. Like, fair play to Sergeant Slaughter. So
I also think, Dan, you know, with the Sergeant Slaughter and the Zartan, they're very cartoon, and Storm Shadow mentioned it, thinking about that. They're very cartoon accurate, and with it be coming out in June, in the States, the movie is going to re-release. The 1987 G.I. Joe movie is going to re-release. So I have a feeling they may have like gone for those kind of cartoon looks to probably,
every time they mention the retro figures, including people like Gung Ho and stuff like that, they're talking about Sunbow accuracy. Even the Deathstroke has the big eyebrows like the cartoon. So I think I think the classified series are going cartoon accurate with their retro line. But we'll break this down in more detail on Joe's and Juice. We'll do one of them very soon, gentlemen. All right, beautiful. Cloud, I've thrown it to you. Star Wars, G.I. Joes, what you buying?
Nothing on Star Wars. I'm very particular. I've pretty much only been doing.
You're not tempted by the band. Play the same song. I think that was the song anyway.
You mentioned that on the last stream, and it was stuck in my head all day.
It's funny.
And now it's
They don't play any other song. They're the worst band in space. One-hit wonders of space.
They look cool. I like that they're offering the band itself. But nothing from me. G.I. Joe, I pre-ordered 2 of the Crimson Guards. They were always my favorite enemies. I love the Crimson Guard Immortals. And I ordered Zarana.
Nice.
That's really, I like seeing how many characters they're putting out. The, what was the 2-pack, the Ninja 2-pack?
Yes, the
looks
blue
kind of
ninjas.
cool. I like the masks.
Yeah, the blue ninjas.
Yeah. So I like that there was a female ninja in there as well. But I have my Snake. I have 2 Snake Eyes. I got the Pulse exclusive with all the weapons, and then I have the Commando one that came with Timber.
Nice.
So cool to see him again. Still waiting on Storm Shadow, the one that we were supposed to get by now.
I love that bloody wolf that Timber that came with the Snake Eyes so much. I'm tempted to get this one just to get a white wolf, so I can have 2 wolves and create my own little wolf pack on the shelf. I'll call one Miguel. No, I won't really. But anyone else tempted, just buy that bloody wolf. That's how good that Timber is. But
it is, yeah. I have Timber in the Resistance. I kind of want one for the desk, the work desk. We'll see.
Yeah.
Try and behave.
Yeah, those Crimson Guards, by the way, like you said, your favourite, a lot of people's favourites. We know we're getting the Crimson Twins soon as well. And they're completely pinless, like brand new pinless figures that I think are going to be very popular. They're going to be the next, like, really hard to find army builder, I think, for Joe's for sure. But yeah, nice choices. Michael, what about you? You said you're a big G.I. Joe guy, so I'm assuming you're going all in on these.
I absolutely am. And love the Crimson Guard. I will not disclose how many of those I've.
So you're the reason that other people won't get them, because you're just going to army build these.
Well, I actually have a method with this. So where I work, when we do a good job and someone gives us, they're called E-Star points.
Okay.
And those points, and you can redeem them as Amazon gift cards. So I use those for all my army building to where eventually I can get them for free.
Clever. Nice.
That's why I can.
That's why you're great at your job, because you're like toys are the influence.
Yeah.
So, but the Star Wars, that band I thought was really humorous when I was a little kid. Look at the top of their heads. Look what they kind of look like.
Yeah, Laserpants was calling that out in the chat on Thursday, and I was trying to ignore it. But yes, we know.
So, I'll be sure. But I think they're going to be fun to use for a display. I need to do some music videos with them. So
yes, please do.
Yeah. So, but I pre-ordered everything. As far as G.I. Joe goes, I agree with you. I think they're saving a lot of good stuff for Yojo June or Mark. I think you said that. I think they were kind of doing this stream as a formality because it seemed like all the lines were doing a stream. And I think they were just trying to get some of the low-hanging fruit out of the way, if you will. But I think we'll see some major stuff in June. And I'm hoping that with the release of the movie, I will get to see maybe the four that I'm dying for them to release. You know, Globulus, Nemesis, Enforcer, Pythona, and the Royal Guard. I don't know if they will, but that they're just.
They were only in the movie, right? They weren't in the animated show.
Only in the movie. The movie, the last of the Sunbow. And I don't know if you guys know the story, but because the Transformers movie did not perform well at the box six, the 87 G.I. Joe movie just went straight to straight to TV. I original recording on VHS came on a Saturday, recorded it.
Wow.
And been obsessed with it ever since. But Nemesis Enforcer is my absolute favorite character from all of G.I. Joe. So they've got to release him. I mean, he's so cool looking. They just have to. I don't know.
Just think how toyetic Serpentor is, and they haven't done him yet. Do you know, so I do think Serpentor. We get Serpentor first, and then you'll start to see those type of characters after that, because I think they're giving us the Joes, and they're slowly moving into the more crazier schemes, because we're just about to get Dr. Mindbender as well, so they're getting a little bit more wacky now. So I hope Serpentor soon, and then obviously they're like the secret leaders of Cobra, ain't they? They're like in the background controlling it all. So hopefully soon.
Cobra.
Yeah, there you go. All right, beautiful. Jay, what about you? What figures you selling to pay for these ones?
Well,
Checking.
Firstly, I finished the replay of the Thursday stream because I was at the cinema, so didn't see it live. Brandon's Star Wars rant is probably one of the most entertaining things I've ever watched.
Yeah, Brandon. People like it when Brandon rants, because usually it's just a very happy-go-lucky, smiley guy. So when he starts ranting, they're like, "Who is this? Who's been possessed?"
And you've now found the one guy that actually wants a controller builder figure and has done for a long time.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the controller. I'm in on the controller. It's a brand new character for the shelf. I'm in. So I'm only joking when I say that. I'm with you, Jay. I'm with you.
The Star Wars band, I wanted that for so long. So, but when I because I've been offline for 2 days to avoid spoilers, I went on and saw the price, and I was like, "What? $48.99?
Yeah, pricey.
Got that one from?" But I remember it wrong. So from a kid, the Cantina band has 3 people playing flutes, and that's it in my head.
Well, if that's in your head, just buy 3 of these. Just buy 3 of Fiddling Dan's.
Yeah, we're going for 3 Fiddling Dan, and then that'll do it. That's what I remember. It's completely wrong. That's
what I mean. If that's your mind's eye, like Peter, everyone else's mind's eye is different. Like there's a theory that it's actually there's a name for it where people remember things collectively differently or something like that.
Mandela effect.
There you go. That's the one where people collectively remember the wrong phrase or the wrong image or the wrong logo. And I reckon this band is in that sort of category where people remember it in different ways. Like Tom says he asked his lad and his lad said 4 or 5. I would have said 4. You said 3. Do you know, like, no one, only the real Star Wars guys I think will really know, but just as casual Star Wars people, I would assume 4. I didn't remember all these bloody instruments. I remember flutes, but I don't remember all the other stuff.
I'm with you. I remember flutes, and that's it. I have looked at pictures now. You can see the guy sat on the stool playing the drum thing. But
Jay, they could just be a trio like the Bee Gees.
Yes.
Just have...
yeah, will be. They're going behind the bar. Got a little bit of the bar. I literally just moved the New Hope shelf
with really high pitched voices as well. Like, yeah. I can't wait to see the ACBA with them. You've promised music videos now, Michael. All right, you got to stick with that. I'm going to be waiting for it. What about Joe's then, Jay? Are you in on the Joe's?
Joe's Leia. I want Leia. So yeah, Leia's.
Oh, of course.
I haven't pre-ordered Leia.
Screw you, Hero.collections. People do want Leia.
Yeah, I love every Leia. We're just missing one. I think we just need the Bespin red gown, and we've got every Leia pretty much from the original.
And for the record, Rich at Displayed once on Instagram did post a picture of his Leia cube. All right, so he wasn't lying. He actually got a dedicated Leia display.
Yeah, I did see that. With Joe's, everything. Everyone.
Yeah. They're that good at the minute.
They are at the minute, yeah. I've just become obsessed with Joe's since the start of Classified. As I said before, I've gone back and watched the cartoons on YouTube. I've bought some of the comics to read. Just love it.
G.I. Joe's are sneaky because, to be fair, they're doing what a toy company should do. They're giving you the less... Well, not what they should do, but what they should do from a business sense to make the most money off us. If they're giving us the less desired versions of characters we want. So, like, I know Tom really wants Bazooka, but he wants the red jersey Bazooka, not the white Tiger Force version of Bazooka.
I've got the red jersey version.
But yeah, you're the only person who customised a good version. No, I don't have one. And Recondo as well, that's the Tiger Force Recondo, not the regular Recondo. So, like, they're giving us the less desired versions of these characters we want, so we're going to spend our money on these and then go and buy another one down the line anyway. They're sneaky, but I'm a sucker. What can I say?
It might kind of backfire them on with me, because Super 7 will do the classic cartoon red version, so I'll get back with them and then stick with Tiger Force here. So I'll have a different...
I'm just thinking Tiger Force are going to be my own. I know some people don't like Python Patrol or Tiger Force, but for me, I'm like, Tiger Force is going to be its own little section on the shelf. Like, so... I'm not bothered if they re-release the same character again anyway. I'll just put them on a different shelf. It's fine. It's all good. All good. All right, sound. Let's end it then, gentlemen, and I'll get Group 2 in here and raise some ducks. But as always, I appreciate you all joining me to talk some toys on a Sunday. And Michael, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. And please, if you can, make it a regular thing as well if you're free on Sundays. Do you work on Sundays usually, or?
No, but I'm working on displays on the weekends.
Okay, so that is working.
But I have to, I think, when are you going to do it again? The 22nd?
Every 2 weeks, my friend, yeah. So every fortnight we do them. Yeah. So the 22nd.
I had a lot of fun. You guys are so nice, and everyone's so inviting. So I had a good time. Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here. So plug one more time. I have pinned your Instagram to the top of the chat. So everyone who is watching live now, please do go and show Michael some love. Bring toys to work. Big supporter of the channel. We're a big supporter of him. Instagram is pinned to the top of the chat. But once again, for anyone in the chat, Michael, where can they find you and your displays out online?
Bring toys to work on Instagram and Facebook, and I hardly ever use Twitter just because I don't like it, but I'm on there. And then I'm actually on LinkedIn as well. But I'm more active on Instagram.
How big is the toy community on LinkedIn? I'm very curious. I can't imagine it being very big.
Not.
Yeah, I was going to say, is anyone even there? Yeah, it's funny. I think I've got a LinkedIn, but it's very formal, I think.
I will tell you, someone gave my name to a local magazine called The Voyage. I live in Dallas, called The Voyage Dallas, and they featured me in there because. You know, I think they just posted the article a couple of days ago. So
have you got a digital version of that to share?
Yeah, I'll probably make a post of it so people can go read it. But it kind of tells the story a little bit behind what I do. Nice.
No, I look forward to reading that. Nice. And again, the images that you can see on screen right now is a video of one of Michael's recent X-Men displays. So please do go and check out his Facebook, Instagram, and see for yourself. Epic displays. So thank you for joining us once again. And again, please come back. So Tom, where can we find you online?
Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram and at Mini Plastiverse.
Perfect. And just like
Or something like that on Twitter.
yeah, he always forgets. Everyone's links are in the description as well of this video. I'll make sure they're there by the end of the stream at least. But me, Tom, and Mark will all do a Joe's and Juice soon, recapping those GI Joes just a little bit more. So, Mark, where can the people find you online?
Well, me, Dan, and everyone. Thanks, Dan, as always. For great Legends and Liquor. Always great, and welcome, Michael, and thanks everyone. For me, Tac Tac Customs on Instagram and on YouTube, Tac Tac Toys with Film. I put up a Doctor Strange video just recently with Multiverse of Madness. I did put spoilers, but I did put spoiler warnings. So if anyone's seen it, feel free to check it out.
We will talk. I'll give it a couple of weeks, and we'll come back around and talk about spoilers on here for sure. Because there's plenty of figure talk we could be talking about as well. That's for sure. But I won't say anything just yet. Cloud, what about you?
On Instagram at cloud_network. I'm trying to get better about posting pictures, toys. I've been awful at it. Twitter at cloudfoxwell. And I did want to say my birthday was on Thursday, so this is how I was working. So this was my birthday weekend, and this is how I wanted to celebrate it.
Oh, you're a good
I
man.
love hanging out with you guys. You're fantastic. So thank you.
We appreciate you, Cloud. You know we do. I don't know if you heard me, Rich, and Brandon's terrible birthday sing song for you.
It was wonderful.
We didn't practice that or anything, I promise. We weren't
good.
We went on a Zoom call for 3 days practicing that. It was terrible timing. But no, we appreciate you, and happy birthday once again, my friend. Happy birthday. Jay, what about you?
Find me on Instagram at Jays_Toy Collection UK, and occasionally on YouTube when I ever put anything on there. I try to do a video now and then.
Yeah, you've got some collections on there for sure. You've got some displays. If you want to go and check out, and because you buy and sell so much at the minute, Jay, I guarantee your collection is going to look different so quickly.
Yeah, I did the toy room video a couple of months ago after you'd said, and there are like 2 shelves are the same. Everything else has moved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, continued evolution. But are you off to make dinner now?
Yes, I'll be making dinner. I'm quite sure having invade the freezer.
Enjoy. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you stick around for some duck racing in a bit as well. But as always, people, I'll see you on the next one. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Right.
Bye.
So as those guys drop out of the call, I am going to say to Group 2, how you doing, Group 2? Let's get you guys in here, and we'll do that all over again. So Group 2 is Jamie, David, Alexi, Rush, and Hugo. And we'll basically just do the same little chit-chat, talk about some new toys, recap some of the pre-orders, and then to finish the stream today, we would, of course, race some ducks. So if you are in Group 2, send me a fresh DM, and I'll get you guys in. But some fun conversations today. It was great having Michael on as well. Very happy to finally get him on here talking toys with us. Fun times. So I'm just posting everyone's Instagrams in the chat as well. Is that everyone's? I think so. And then Michael's is pinned to the top. Beautiful. Cool. So thank you to everyone who's still watching this here on a Sunday, wherever you are on the planet, whatever you're doing for Mother's Day across the pond. I hope all is good, all is well. The toy talk shall continue with Group 2. But again, I am glancing at the chat today. On Thursday, I avoided the chat because I was avoiding spoilers. Now there's no spoilers in the chat, of course, but I am looking at the chat a lot more today. So who's in the chat? Let me have a quick look in the chat before I get Group 2 in here. So if you are lurking in the background with Legends and Liquor on, please let me know in the chat at least once so I can see your name, give you a little wave, and then you can go back to your lurking business, all right? But let me just give some shout outs real quick. So California Red Devil says, my ducks need PDEs. Yeah, the ducks will be racing. You've got about an hour to train your ducks up, all right? They'll probably just in about 45 minutes we'll be racing some ducks. Logan Dan's Toys. He says, power by, guys, to the first group. Home Dude is still around. Mike's Heck is still around. I know he was doing some Mother's Day business. Javi Man is around at 42, of course. Haven't seen him on the stream. But you need to come back and join us, Javi. McButter Golem with some ducks as well in the chat. Jamie told me it was the Mandela effect. Thank you, Jamie. Rush, Brian, and the Wolf Pack is still around. I appreciate the Wolf Pack. What are you doing for the Wolf Mum, Miguel? I hope you're treating her nice on this Mother's Day. Literal Action Figures is around as well. How you doing, my friend? All right, cool, beautiful. I like to see you. Gary's Grails, Omar V, Cheeky Monkey Kiara says, hey, I just got out the bath. Were you watching us in the bath? Jay was talking about all your money is spending. But he is going to make you dinner now to make up for it, to be fair, so that's fine. Gary's Gale says, pray for his duck. I'm Miguel says quack quack. Daniel S with a couple of pals. How you doing, Daniel S? Great first name, by the way. That Daniel, such a good name. Mark Rose with the dog. Wing or lose in the building. Wing or lose. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. He says hello. Mark Rose with the Hellfire Hank and the Pow Pals. There you go. There's my Hank representation today. He's here joining me for Legends and Liquor. Jareth Badio, I think that's how you say it. He says, yo, Jareth Badio, I think I'm saying that right. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but you know I'm talking to you. Joe figured it out, says, I want to be on the next Legends and Liquor. Where does one sign up? You just let me know, my friend. You let me know. The next Legends and Liquor is going to be the 22nd. So in 2 weeks' time, we do Legends and Liquor once every 2 weeks. Joe, it's been a while since we've seen you and your multiple displays behind you. It'll be good to have you back on the stream. So yes, please do join us for the next Legends and Liquor. Omega Weapon, Raiho Hobbies with the Ducks, Brian with the Ducks. Shikimon Kiara says, we did go Smith's yesterday and didn't buy anything. Win on my part. That is a win. Very tempting to go to a toy store and not come out with something. So that is some strong will. It's because he probably had no money left this month because of all those Super 7s, to be completely honest. Okay, let me copy paste this link to group 2. So hopefully the fresh DMs are there and I can get group 2 in here. Okay. Fresh DMs from Rush, Jamie, David, Hugo, and Alexi. There you go. All of that. Cool. Let me post something. Okay, group 2 emails, links have been sent. You are welcome in. I'm just going to go and top up my drink. The 81 people that are here watching right now, right? I'm about to go and get a drink. I'll promise you, I will be less than a minute, all right? Don't go anywhere. I'll be counting when I come back. I'll be back. Pow, I told you about 2 people left. Who are those 2 people? I had 81, now I've got 79. 2 people didn't stick with me. Very disappointing. I went and topped up my Koppelberg. I'm getting pretty hungry as well, but no one's in to make me food. Jay, whatever you're making for dinner, do you mind making me like a fresh plate of something as well? Deliver it to me or something, I'd appreciate that. Getting pretty hungry here. Okay, right, let's get group 2 in here and let's talk some toys all over again. It's always fun, isn't it? Okay. Accept them all. Beautiful. I think everyone's in. Right, cool. Let's go around the gambit, make sure everyone's mics are working, everyone's here and alive. Hugo, right at the top. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all good, my friend. Good to see you back. I'm glad we didn't scare you off.
Nah.
Good man. Nah, good man. Underneath you, we got the man so nice. They named him twice or thrice. It is David Evan Smith. How you doing, my friend?
Doing great, thank you. Missed you guys last time. Good to be back.
It is good to see you back as always. To the side of you, on the side, it's Alexi. He's on his side.
Alexi. Am I on this side?
You good, Alexi?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the good side of my camera, but it's not.
Go whatever side you want.
Switching over.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
Did it fix?
Yeah, it's fixed. Perfect.
Awesome.
Great attire as well, by the way. I love that t-shirt.
Thanks.
It's a great t-shirt. Beautiful. Okay, then we got Rush. Rush, how you doing, my friend?
Doing good.
I can see Stitch there lingering in the background. He's peering at me. He's giving me evil eyes, to be honest.
Yeah, apparently he wants to have a talk with you.
Yeah, I know. It's dangerous. Honestly, Stitch, we're going to be great friends soon. I promise you. Soon. And next to you, we got Jamie. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm all good, mate. The streak continues. We're over a year in and we still ain't got rid of you.
I know.
We've been trying,
I'm
but
like
you just
that
won't. You just
smell.
won't go.
Sling.
I'm joking. I'm joking. All good, beautiful gents. Right, let's kick this off and start very simply. Of course, we're getting to some toy news shortly, but let's just start with some actual new toys. All right. So let's start up top with Hugo. Hugo, you've been buying any new toys recently to show off?
I did pick up the Doctor Strange wave,
Nice.
but that was about it this week, really.
That is a perfect segue, Hugo, because I'm a little bit slow at reviewing Legends at the minute. So I haven't even reviewed the new Doctor Strange wave myself, but I have started opening them up and I've started reviewing them, even though no one's going to watch them. But I have to give a shout out to, I don't know them personally, but Sleepwalker and Despair are great figures, by the way. Like, I know they're like D-list characters, and Brush, right, help me out with Sleepwalker. In my review, I've already filmed my review, I talked about how he looks like a bad guy, but he's actually a good guy, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much he's member of a race that kind of controls like the dream world. Like they police and, you know, take care of everyone during their dreams and everything. And he connected at one point to this college student where he could actually take over the college student's body and exist in the real world. But
Yeah.
it's primarily just, you know, another dimension type of fighter.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone in his species all wear the same outfits.
Yeah, so I sort of said, I said Dream Police. I also said the Dreamscape, I think it was, Dreamscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Dream Police, and because he looks like a bad guy, and a lot of people probably think he is, but he's not. He's a Marvel hero from the early 90s. I think new Warriors era, I guess. But yeah, there you go.
New Warriors, Slapstick, Darkhawk,
Yeah.
is all the 90s, like single new heroes, rookies.
Yeah, so I actually think this is a great figure and definitely looks like his comic counterpart as well. And Despair is obviously a bad guy if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I've done a review of these. I'll post it tomorrow. But these are some really nice comic figures. First time in Legends form as well. We haven't got either of these in Legends form. So 2 new characters to your shelf. These are underrated in my opinion. So yeah, go and get them. So there you go. Thank you, Hugo. That worked out perfectly. That was a nice little interlude for my own little plug. But yeah, have you gone for those comic figures and the movie figures?
Yeah, I went for the whole wave.
Nice. Have you seen the movie?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. Don't worry, no spoilers here. We're not going to be talking spoilers for a while yet, but soon. But have you got it? Are you going to see it this week?
I might do actually. Yeah.
Yeah, go and see it soon, my friend, before you start seeing spoilers online, because it's getting dangerous out there. Like, it's getting dangerous. Like, as soon as I've finished seeing the movie, I come home, and one of the first things I've seen on my phone was a spoiler. So I'm like, wow, that worked out perfect. So it's a dangerous world. All right, cool. Let's go underneath you to David. David, I'm sure you've been buying some Legends or two. What have you been buying?
I forwarded you some of my posts of stuff that I picked up recently.
Okay, let me go and find them.
I finally found an Elvira NECA figure, which I haven't found in the whole time it's been out. So I'm excited for that. Also picked up the whole Thor: Love and Thunder wave, shipped from Pulse. Yes, there she is. Awesome figure. A little bit of my childhood nostalgia.
Nice. Coming through the corner
now. Yep. Got the whole Love and Thunder wave from Hasbro Pulse. They shockingly, this is the first time they've shipped anything first before any other toy vendor in the United States. So I was excited to get that Thor: Love and Thunder wave.
I like your portal pictures.
Well, it's such a good effect. Like, I just want to use it with everything until I get tired of it. But it's a good way to enter my collection through the portal, you know?
I might just put this here for the rest of the stream.
Oh, do it. Your hand's going to get tired. Got the Siren figure from the Bonebreaker wave. It's the only... Well, that and Hot Claws are available now from GameStop. They're actually showing not available now on GameStop, but they were for a brief amount of time. And I'm excited for Bonebreaker. Like, I have just the piece of the tank that came with her. I just wish that there was more paint apps on it. Like, there's so much sculpt detail in this with a panel of buttons and a metal kick plate, but it's not painted metal. There's like no paint on this.
I agree. So sometimes that is Legends' downfall, where the sculpt's there, the sculpts are really nice, but the paint just lets it down a notch. It's the same with like head sculpt. Sometimes the sculpt's there. Like, just think of Sue Storm. The sculpt was there. It's a nice sculpt. just the paint is just not all there. So, and it's the same with Bone Breaker. But I'm sure a bit of dry washing on that. You like to do a bit of custom and modding. You'll be able to fix that up.
Oh yeah, I'm hitting some paint on all these little details before I put the thing together. So, for sure. And was that all that I sent you? Oh, so yeah, so during the pandemic, when the whole world shut down,
looks like a party over here.
When we were in the pandemic and the whole world shut down, I made an action figure gay bar. So I
has it got a name?
It's called Boy Toys.
Boy Toys, no, that works. That works.
Mm-hmm. So I filter in like comic and MCU, like Sir Ian McKellen.
Clearly doesn't have much of a dress code, to be honest, does it?
No, well, it's also like comic book cosplay night at the gay bar. So like certain, like Namor is dressed as North Star, and North Star is dressed as Namor, and
I can see the head swap.
Richter is dancing on the bar there in his fringe, and you got Fortnite's Peely back there in the background. So, so every time I find like a figure like Ravager Thor, they fit nicely into the Boy Toys action figure gay bar.
He looks like he's having a lot of fun. Perfect place for him.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast. There's also that I just started ordering today. So Marvel Dad on Instagram and Facebook makes these amazing Iceman ice slide sculpts. So
it looks great.
And he does a bunch of other effects. So I just started buying a couple of those today for Iceman. So I'll get those hopefully soon. Excited for that. Just great effects.
It looks really nice. Looks really
right?
Good. Yeah, no, 100%.
Right? I'll pay anything for that. So good. The spirals and everything, like there's pegs on it that you can peg the figure onto.
Oh, perfect.
And the ice effects around his wrists come with the set. So, like, just great. So check him out on Instagram, Marvel Dad.
Are you getting the one that hooks to the Sentinel, or are you getting a floor-based one?
I'm getting. I want to get a floor-based one that's like long and relatively straight, like X-Men #1 cover, and then I want to get one spiral one to have him like curved. And there's a Havoc effect set that he made that's like rings all around the Havoc, and so I'm ordering that too. I couldn't find a picture of it, but I'd seen a video of it. Such good stuff.
Yeah, he does amazing work.
Since David's talking about Hasbro, if you're listening, deluxe figure right here, ice slide.
Yeah, 100%.
Seriously,
like this, like Iceman on my shelf is just standing there at the minute, not very exciting to look at. But Iceman himself, he's like an Omega level mutant. He's like one of the big ones. So like he should have like a better representation on my shelf, to be honest. And something like this definitely brings him to life a little bit more. I'd love something like this on my display for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And with my recent pickups, I hit 1,805 action figures on display in my apartment.
Wow.
So just now. So I'm trying to get to 2,022 figures displayed within 2022.
Oh, nice.
So I think I can do it. It's only May. It's only early May. So with everything
did one day you just decide you're going to count them? Like, because I have no idea how many figures I've got on my shelf. So you must have started.
Inventory.
Yeah.
I had an inventory list going in my phone. Like once I really set up this room that I'm in, it's easy when you break it down. Like you count how many are on each shelf, and then in each case, and then per wall, and then I just add up those bigger numbers to keep up with how much I have. But yeah, I wanted to know, just because like I spend so much money on these things, like I should have some idea.
Rich has just sent me the link in the chat. Thank you very much, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
For this guy. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Yeah, so again, this is the advantage of 3D printers. Like, you need to get on board with this. These are some effect pieces for the Ravagers. There's the ice slide that David was showing us.
Yeah,
he's crazy talented.
He's amazing. I reached out to him in January, and he kind of put me on a waiting list because, I mean, that's the downside when it's one guy producing all this stuff. Like, everybody's going to want it. So it's going to take a little time for him to, like, get to everybody's orders and everything. But it's just these kind of one-of-a-kind pieces that just take your collection to a whole different level of display. Like,
of course, yeah,
those are the things that help you stand out, you know.
I always say it in my reviews, like, if I get a character with an accessory piece that can sort of help display its effects, like This is a bad example of that. Like, she doesn't even scream, for God's sake. But, like, if you can get a display piece that can bring the shelf to life a little bit, I always appreciate that. Cloud in the chat says, you're all enablers. We just picked up another 2 Super 7 Turtles, so thank you for that. Yeah, that had to happen, Cloud. That was inevitable. Just get out of the system now, and then you can relax, because otherwise that would have been lingering over you for a while. But all 4 Super 7 Turtles makes a lot of sense. Now you just need those 2 Reveltech Turtles, so you got all the squads, all right? So the Super 7 ones are good for now. All right.
And happy birthday, Cloud.
Yes, of course. Yeah, consider it just an extra birthday present. Why not? You've had a good couple of weeks. Just treat yourself. All right, Dave, there's some great pickups there. Nice. And again, like, I need to do some digging myself on those display pieces. They look really nice. Alexa, you were nodding along. What have you been picking up this week?
So this week specifically was mostly about comic books.
Okay.
But I did get this guy in.
The Mafex Enabler, Mark.
Yeah. The Endgame Mafex Captain America.
Mark
this guy
picked
is
that up.
Crazy good.
Jay also called you the Mafex Enabler as well, because of his getting all his Mafex X-Men and getting rid of the Mezcos instead.
Mafex can end all suffering, collectors. That, and then I'm still playing. Well, so I sent you a link of something I have coming in the mail this week. But while you're looking that up, I'm still playing around with these Mini Plastic Multiverse. I'm right there with you. These guys are amazing. Everything I wanted in a Ninja Turtle figure or like set. And then because it is NECA, it did come with its own little quirk. This guy had his legs on the opposite sides when he came in, which is an easy fix. I just hit it. I'm a hairdryer more than a boiling water bath.
Yeah, same.
So I just, I hit it with the hairdryer. They pop off super easy because it's a ball joint.
You do the exact same as me. You steal Amanda's hairdryer. Amanda's specifically, right?
She gave me her old one.
Same as me.
Yeah. She was like, I'm going to get a nice new one. And I have this like hotel quality.
Same.
But it works. It works fine. It's got 2 speeds. All I need is heat and force. So, so I swapped his legs. But if you look closely, his feet are also on the wrong side. And I'm not as confident.
Right. Let me talk. I'm an expert on turtle feet, all right?
Okay.
Because
please.
Obviously my foot, I was missing a foot, and I had to find an extra foot, paint up an extra foot, all of that. The feet you can heat up, and they just come off on a peg. So if you heat them up enough, they will just pop off on a peg, and you can swap them around. That is just as simple as the legs, my friend.
Okay.
So get that old hairdryer out, and you're good.
I was like, if anything, I can live with mismatched feet because I don't want a chance breaking it. They're so hard to replace. So. And like it would be replacing it on my own because NECA would be like, sucks, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. No, honestly, you should be good because I've swapped the feet around on my Donatello, obviously, and it is just a heat and pop. They're just on a peg.
Okay.
So you're
perfect.
You're
perfect.
Good.
Yeah. So you brought it up.
Yeah. It looks. I want this, by the way. I want this so bad.
Yeah. It's kind of a mini story that goes along with Jay's status of being broke.
Go on.
So I had this on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. And it was supposed to go on my PayPal credit card. And your boy's got toys, but your boy's got no money now because they pulled it directly out of my bank account. And I was like, no. And then BBTS is awesome. When I got in contact with them, they were like, I can cancel it. And then you can just rebuy it as a fresh purchase. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And then he was like, actually, it's already on a truck. I can't do anything for you.
Oh, no. Damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, and PayPal said the same thing. I reached out to them and I was like, is there any way to put that transaction on a different payment method? And they were like, no, you suck. Don't suck. And then
I thought they said it like that, but yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. So I'm going to get this and I'm happy I'm getting it. But because the funds came out of the wrong area, I had to cancel the Bone Breaker wave and there was something else that I had. Oh, I was going to cancel the Mezco Batman Two-Face 2-pack. And I'm lucky enough to have a supportive partner. And she was like, every time you cancel something like that, the figure ends up being so much more expensive on the aftermarket.
She's not wrong.
Just put it on my card. Yeah. And I was like, you talked me into it.
She's a good girl. She's a good girl. No, that's perfect. Yeah, honestly, we're all collectors here. We all know the struggle. Sometimes so much comes out, you can't. We ain't got infinite money. You need to play the game. Just be clever with it. We're all grown adults here. We're sensible. And I'm the same. I put. Look, just think, we got hit on the net in the month of March. How many NECA pre-orders did we get? It was ridiculous. So I had to do some PayPal credit in myself, my friend. So I've been there. But this is an epic piece for sure, and this will fit beautifully in with Legends or wherever you want to put it in a 112 setup.
Yeah, and it turns out that because it's a Mezco, I might even be able to.
Oh wow! Put Cap in there.
Yeah,
Cap.
just for funsies.
Have you got the? Is it the Mark 42 or the Mark 43? Have you got the? Are you getting that figure separately as well?
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting it later. I don't think those DLX Iron Man armors are selling super popularly because they're. I mean, this is the fourth iteration of this Iron Man model, right? As far as different lines go, so. I'm going to try to circle back and get him later. I won't be displaying the Hulkbuster suit with an open chassis anyway. I mean,
yeah, I guess
he's going to be stomping on a Hulk.
Yeah, no, I guess that does depend on your preference for display. I think if I got this, I probably would open up the chassis just for the uniqueness of it.
Right.
My other one doesn't have that. You don't even have that option. So just to have a little bit of difference, because the Legend one doesn't do this, and I just think it looks cool. I know you don't see it much in the movie. I think the only time you see this in the movie is when he's actually putting the suit on, and it's slowly...
the first time he puts it on. Yeah.
But it's still a cool look. I just, again, if you bought that figure, you just said yourself, you'd close it and you wouldn't even know what was in there. So,
yeah, of course. But Robo did an early review. They sent him this, and I had already pre-ordered it at the time. And he did the review, and he was really impressed with it. And I was like, "Yep, this is it. I'm not canceling this." So I sold the Build-A-Figure version from Legends a while back, just because I knew that someone would do a newer version or a little higher quality. I had the 2-pack, the Hulk and Hulkbuster 2-pack, it was great. I mean, at the time, it was perfect for what I needed to fit in my collection, and it sold for good money afterwards. I ended up selling them separately, even though I was like, well, if I waited, I could have sold them for a little more as a set, because I still had the box and everything, because they came in the first 10-year stuff. But it was cool. My question is, do you guys? So that 2-pack was like $75 retail for Age of Ultron Hulk when he's hypnotized by Scarlet Witch, and then the newer version of the Bath as a single piece, but it was like $75. And so when everyone was upset about the 2-pack that we have coming out for $78, the Null and Venom, I was like, it doesn't seem too overpriced. I mean, they're both large figures, and the Hulkbuster 2-pack was $75 2 years ago. So
that is a good point. That, for me personally, that Hulkbuster 2-pack, I never picked it up because they re-released the Hulkbuster in the more movie accurate colours in a Best of Avengers line, which was a European exclusive. So I actually got that Hulk already, Hulkbuster already, and I didn't really feel like I needed to spend the money just for Hulk with red eyes. So I personally skipped that 2-pack, but you're not wrong. The price when you get two big chunky figures then compared to now, I see what you're saying.
That Hulk had those ball joint hips too, and I hate those type of hip joints, because just standing on my shelf in an angry or raging pose, he would just fall over because his hip would just give out.
My favorite MCU Hulk is the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Hulk. I know he's got a better haircut than he does in Age of Ultron, but I always really thought that was the best articulated movie Hulk. But they've done some decent Hulks since then, I think. Who have we got on the shelf?
I have the Smart Hulk, Beth.
Yeah, the one that come with the power gauntlet.
Exactly. Yeah, I have him with the gauntlet.
Yeah, same as me. Literally same as me. Yes, there he is on the display. So there's Hulk with the gauntlet, and then right at the back there, he probably shouldn't be at the back, but that's the SH Figure Arts Hulk.
That Hulk was sick when he first came out. That was the best Hulk on the market.
Yeah, that was the be all end all. But he's got the haircut that's very movie specific. You couldn't really put that Hulk in your first Avengers lineup because he's got the military style cut.
I got the new Avengers Assembled version, and I got it from Frankensons in LA. And I got home and I started to like play around with it, and his friggin' arm was broke. It was like broke in the package, yeah. And at the show, he was like, "Oh, it's an open box sale," and I was like, "Okay, sure." Like I'm gonna open it anyway.
Yeah.
But what that means for you watching is that it's probably broken. So,
okay. Be careful then, people. Be careful.
Yeah.
You were gonna have the best Hulkbuster on the market, though. I think, undoubtedly.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I'll close out with is what I did with my Iceman, because I also think he deserves a little more cool treatment.
Bobby Drake, of course he does.
I have him on the Sentinel, like using the base from that retro Iceman.
Is that the AOA one as well?
It is,
yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like Bobby. He does deserve more. He's one of the original X-Men, right? He is, Rush. I always have to double check.
Yeah.
Iceman, Bobby Drake.
What's that?
Original X-Men. He's one
of
the
original 5.
Yeah, good. Just double checking. I always get nervous saying facts when Rush is around. So I'm like, if I'm wrong, he will let me know. So, yeah, beautiful. All right, perfect. Segue to Rush then. Have you been buying anything, Rush?
I sent you a picture of what I found.
Okay, nice. Let's get that up and have a look. Okay, yeah. Let me just show this image off. And this is what Rush has found this week, last couple of weeks. I ain't found shit.
I don't know. It's like I've got this, black cat Fortnite figure somewhere, but I think it's like lost in the mail or somewhere.
I owe you a Fortnite figure actually.
That's it. Yeah.
I need to talk to you.
But since I don't have anything, Dan, what have you found?
Yes, let me use that.
What have you got in?
Yes, let me use this as a segue. So, a very kind gentleman that lives in Orlando with a great Marvel Legends collection. He helped me out by sending me some figures that you can't buy in the UK because NECA doesn't have a license to legally sell these in the UK. So I had to rely on the kindness of others. And thankfully, I know a very kind gentleman that has a lot of puppies and a lot of toys. And it is, of course, Bronx and Demona of the Gargoyles. Yes, of course, it was Rush. Rush helped me get these. Arrived this week. No problems at all. I haven't opened them yet, but they look spot on. I have checked all their feet, but I know Rush wouldn't have sent them unless they had all feet prepared for. And I'm very excited to get these on the shelf. I don't know if do you reckon we're ever gonna get the other Gargoyles with the downward wings, or was that just a gimmick for Goliath?
No, NECA even went on record saying that they're going to include the folded wings with any of their smaller characters.
Oh, okay.
So probably like Lexington, since he's the smallest gargoyle, will probably have folded wings in it. When we eventually get Lisa, that they've kind of shadowed, teased, we'll probably get a set of folded wings in that as well. So they said that we'll get them eventually. They'll just be encased with the smaller characters to, fill up those packages.
Yeah, because I want to open these. I'm just curious where I should start investing in the real estate. Because I know Hudson's already on pre-order. Is it Brooklyn's already on pre-order, right, as well? So I think it's just Lexington and Broadway to go up for pre-order. But we might have the whole crew by the end of the year, essentially, maybe. We shall see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but that would be great if we have. But yeah, thank you very much, Rich.
Anytime. And it's funny, since you brought up Orlando, you were talking about the other group about the Guardians box set.
Yes,
I'm literally the only one that's nearby that can probably go get it, and I have zero interest in it. So that's the humor part of that one. So yeah, I'm just waiting on everything.
Now you tell me this information. I'm like, do I need it? No, I'm just joking. I don't need it. But it is good for people who haven't got the Guardians who want to get them in one go.
Yeah, but it's like, since that Fortnite figure hasn't been sent off yet, if you want to throw a Jigsaw into that box and ship it off, I'll take that.
I can do that for you, my friend. Not a problem. I can do that. I've just sent a couple of Jigsaws off. He's still quite he's going to be available for us for a little bit. I think I could still buy Baron Zemo. I think, to be honest, I could still go and buy all the Walgreens exclusives from last year. It's no issues at all. So yeah, I'll make that happen, my friend. Don't you worry. sorry. I'm showing off, Alexi. I do apologise. I was just flaunting there for a second. But yeah, same with you guys. Any of you guys need some help with this, let me know. And and I'll make it happen. But yeah, I'll do that for you, Rush. Not a problem. We'll make that happen. Not a problem. And then you'll have something to talk about.
But beyond that, I haven't gotten anything in, and I've just been taking into time. If you've seen on my Instagram, I've been redoing some shelves because I'm serious about trying to put a video together of my collection, but I want to do it right, but I want to make sure everything looks right before I do it. So I've kind of been like going through my collection and just making sure all the shelves are actually looking right. So, but since I've got you here, Dan, what editing software do you use? Because I'm in need of one. I'm a noob with all this. So
for videos, I'll use Vegas Pro.
Vegas Pro.
I
will look that up.
I'm a Windows user. I don't use Mac. I don't have a Mac. I've always been a Windows guy, and Vegas Pro is just very easy to use. And like, I used to edit music before, and I used the Sony equivalent of a music editor, so it was a very easy transition to me to video. You just create layers, and it's easy. I can help you anyway if you get it, but get Vegas Pro.
Yeah, it's like. I've been going through. I've been watching like all the different collection videos that people have put together, and everyone pretty much does the same thing with like taking their phone, going from shelf to shelf. It's like with this type of collection, it's like I want to try and do something special with it to make it stand out. So I'm looking at different options, but I have like zero experience with video editing. My son's like, "Oh, let me do it," but it's like I know how in my mind I want it done, so I'm looking at different options. So Vegas Pro, I will look into after we get off the live stream.
Yeah, honestly, hit me up, mate. I'm not going to help you with that at all. Like, I did a Zoom call with Miguel, helping Miguel with his Streamlabs for his live streams. Like, I have no issues giving. Again, I'm not an expert at any of these things, but I know enough to get by. But yeah, I had the same sort of feelings as you when I did my video. Because I knew I needed to do a video just for my own sanity. Do you know, as like a chapter in my display type thing? Because you know, you're forever adding to it, always growing and changing. David himself, he's nodding along. I know he's always tweaking and changing. I was like, how can I film a collection video? But I didn't really know any other way apart from just go shelf to shelf. But yours is different because I've got one shelf which is an X-Men, which is the Hall of Armor. But literally all of your shelves are their own unique sort of diorama, sort of display setups with backgrounds. So I completely get what you're saying. And yeah, go and check out Rush's video, which is probably about a year old now, right, Rush?
Filmed it in August of last year. So and again, it's like my room wasn't even fully set up, but everyone just kept on asking me to show a video of it. So I just moved
house, didn't you? You had recently moved house.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I moved in April, but by August when I first got everything set up, but it's like it was only maybe about 80% set up the way I want. And now it's like I've got the walls covered, I've got everything actually set up. Like I'm loving it. So it's like now I want to show off like the actual completed look. So. But again, it's like I've got concepts in my head for the video, so I just gotta figure out how to make those concepts real.
Yeah, of course. And once you do, I'll make sure we show it off on here as well. I told you, I definitely want to do an episode at some point where we're showing off images of everyone's collections, because I'd love to see. I hear everyone talking about them all the time, but I'd love to see a deeper dive. Like, I had no idea David had a custom action figure gay bar on his shelf until now. Do you know what I mean? So that's the type of insight we need to find out.
David, I saw you posting those in the Facebook group, so I've seen that. But
Thank you.
Real quick question for the group with the video and everything, because as I said, I've been watching everyone's different videos, and they've all like different lengths. Like I've seen some that are like 15 minutes, and I've seen some that are like almost 2 hours long. To keep everyone's attention, if you guys were to watch a collection video, how long would it have to, what's the longest that you would watch until you're like, okay, this is taking forever?
I would say 15 minutes is like a good attention span max for something online, in my opinion. And like if you have a large collection, if you focused one day on Avengers, one day on X-Men, and just did different 15-minute videos based on portions of your collection, I think that could be a good way to break it up. And you'll probably get more views on X-Men because the fandoms are different for Avengers versus X-Men, Fantastic Four, whatever. But I'd say 15 minutes is usually like the max before I start to get fatigued watching a video on YouTube.
Yeah,
I can tell you official analytics, by the way. I can literally tell you. Just
Go ahead.
Because like
YouTube star.
I'm not a YouTube star by any means, but I can tell you analytics. Like, so I wanted to do my video within half an hour. I thought half an hour, because I think like an episode of TV like is half an hour, right? So I thought let's just do in half an hour, try and keep it. But I failed because my video was like 45 minutes. I didn't plan to be that long, but I just chat too much nonsense. It's my own fault. That's my own issue. But I thought half an hour would be a good time frame to really go through everything. But I just have an issue talking like I'm doing right now. Let me get to the point. Analytics, about 10 minutes. People would watch for about 10 minutes before they started skipping. So like then people will continue watching, but they skip and watching like 5-minute segments of like what they wanted to. And like David was saying, depending on what people are interested in, they skip to that and they may stop on the Spider-Man shelf, but then they skip to whatever else they want to look at. But my analytics is like 10 minutes of watching with the most percentage before people started clicking and looking around for the stuff they wanted to see. Which is short.
Gotcha.
Which is short, I know, which is hard to do in a collection video. But again, like because there's so much out there, like we all know, we're fans of all these different YouTube channels. It's hard, like there's so much, if you're not reeling them in, they move out somewhere. I tried to do a little bit of fancy editing in mine to sort of, but then I just didn't do any more. I think I did like one bit of fancy editing and then I just didn't bother doing any more. So I should have probably done a little bit more mixed in mine. But yeah, I think like David said, 15 minutes is good. But yeah, that 10-15 minute mark is probably golden. But people like different forms of content, like short. I always think my channel is now a mix of short form content with my reviews and then long form content with my live stream. So like depending, like people wouldn't click on my live stream if they're only pissing around on their phone for 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They'd wait until they've got some time. But with a collection video, you can't really put it on in the background because you need to watch it, if that makes sense. Like I'd hear you talking. Like if you had a collection video on for half an hour, I'd put it on, but I could hear you talking about your collection. But what's the point of having it on if I'm not looking? If that makes sense. So it would need my full attention. So yeah, it's an awkward one, but I do think if someone's willing to watch the whole thing, give your collection the time it needs. Simple as that. Because if the people are going to invest their time to watch the whole thing, then that's really what you want, right? It's not about numbers, is it? It's about putting it there for the people who want to watch it. So I wouldn't rush it. My point is, no pun intended, but I wouldn't rush it, but just for the sake of keeping it short. Give it the time it deserves, because as I said, you've got one of the most epic collection displays and setups I've seen.
Yeah, so I was actually thinking about putting some things. Like I get so many like personal messages especially on Instagram, of people asking me how I set up like the dioramas on my shelf, the backgrounds. Like, so I thought about just adding in like a quick like 2-3 minutes to show how I actually do all that. Yeah. So again, I'm putting some real thought into
or a separate video and plug that in the collection. So you put the collection video up, and then you mention in the collection video, there's another video on my channel right now that tells you exactly how I set these up, and you're just doing that cross promotion.
Thought about that too. And then Dan, when I called you a YouTube star, that was your moment to plug how many subscribers you're now up to.
Oh yes, I'm not a YouTube star by any means, but I am trying to. I would like to get to that 20k mark. I think that would be nice. So I'm on my way. Hopefully by the end of the year we shall see. But I'm on my way. What were you gonna say, Alexi? Sorry.
I was just gonna ask Rush if he knows how many like vignettes or displays he has to cover in the video, like 20 to 25. I mean, based on the shelves behind you, it looks like you have at least 25.
5, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 on just the 28 if you count the top of the shelf. So just Legends alone, 28.
See what I mean? And like each one of them, like if you're going to do a 10-minute video, that means each one of them would get less than 30 seconds. Do you know, like, so like you're not going to be able to give that shelf justice in that time frame. So as I said, don't worry too much about trying to keep it condensed and short. Give it the time it deserves, and then the people that are really interested will be the ones that watch it. A lot of the collection videos that get a lot of numbers online are the proper clickbaity title and thumbnail ones that say like best Marvel collection Legends collection ever, 10,000 figures in a display. Do you know, well, I just kept mine just simple, Marvel Legends 2022. But it depends how clickbaity you want to get with it, I guess. Because sometimes you click on those videos and the displays
up into different videos.
Yeah, all that, and just do a series. Do you know, like every pick a day of the week, and then every Friday you put up a video of a different shelf and turn it into a series over a couple of months and give them the time they deserve. And then that way you'll build subscribers that way naturally.
Gotcha.
At the end, you could do like a reel, like just going through the collection rather than stopping on each individual. If you've got a video for each individual section.
Yeah, again, I've got concepts with how to show off each shelf. Don't want to give secrets away, but yeah, the last thing I want to do is like hover on a single shelf for like 2-3 minutes, like naming everyone on shelves. Like most people watching a video would know who everyone is, so it's like just scan over it, but give it dedicated time. So thank you for all of your feedback. Now, Jamie, on to you.
Yeah, no, just before we go to Jamie, just Jay in the chat said, I like long form content for collection videos, so an hour is good with me, but 10-15 minutes I would say for most people. So yeah, again, it depends on the people. We're all fans of live streams and stuff. That's why we're here now. So we all like long form content, and I do think a collection video, as I said, as epic as yours, deserves some time, especially with 27 shelves and each of them with a minute. That's already 27 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have options anyway, Rush. It's genuinely completely up to you. But yes, let's go to Jamie. Jamie, what new toys you been buying?
Well, I need to call myself out for being a liar because
you liar,
liar,
liar.
I said I was only gonna get Jane, and then I ended up with full wave. So
you've got the Thor. You've got the full Thor wave.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
Why did you get caught up in the hype?
FOMO. It was FOMO.
FOMO got you. We found the police. FOMO got him. So have you got an MCU display? Like, what's your MCU display setup like?
Mostly, they're all together. Like, I have my main shelf, which is all my favourite figures, and then all the other stuff is just like spaced out. There's no real meaning to it.
Okay, just figures on the shelf type thing.
Yeah.
But you'll have all the Thor figures together though in one spot, I imagine. And yeah. You like they're good. They're decent figures, I think, and people get caught up in the hype as well when the trailer comes out and Doctor Strange is in the cinema right now, and I think people just get caught up in the hype. But they're decent figures.
My Super 7 Mickey came in.
You just seem so disappointed about buying all these Thor figures, by the way. I'm just trying to
No, I'm not disappointed at all.
Okay, good.
Got to call myself out.
It's all good. We're there. You're in the right place, Jay. I just want to make sure that like Hugo hasn't had a heart attack and fell off his chair, and none of us have noticed, right? Hugo, you're okay, right? You haven't just fell off his chair. Did anyone notice Hugo not fall off his chair?
I think he's.
No, I think
Here you go. Have you fallen and can't get up?
Do you need us to dial 999? That's right. It's 991 in the UK. Very.
Why would you call that?
Because that's what it is in the UK. This is 1-1 business. It's 999. Keep it simple.
That's the falling division of 999.
Okay, yeah. So, very Pacific.
If you fall in, you call 9. Yeah.
Okay, Hugo, I hope you're okay, my friend. In a minute, we'll just see him like slowly climb back up to his chair. I hope he's all right. Anyway, carry on with Mickey Mouse. You got the Super 7 Disney stuff. Just Mickey, or have you gone the whole way?
Well, no, I just got Mickey to start with, and I'm glad I did because pulling him out, his nose fell off.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I had to glue that back on, but he's good. I'm not sure whether he was worth the price of admission, to be fair.
I know Paralleled did a video, Paralleled Universe did a video on that Mickey where he wasn't completely thrilled with it either. So yeah, I haven't got any of the Disney stuff in hand, so I can't speak. But Jay did, and Jay seemed to like his. He was showing off Pinocchio. Hugo, you're alive! Bloody hell, Hugo, we thought you'd fell off your chair and like none of us had noticed, and we were going to dial 999 and everything. But are you good?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to go and get something and use the toilet.
Oh, it's all right. Not a problem, my friend. I was just checking. I thought you'd fell off your chair, and we were like, is he just under the screen off camera or something? It's all right. It's good. It's fine. Toilet breaks are fine. Anyway, back to Jeremy and Mickey Mouse. Are you? Does that put you off getting any more of the Super 7 Disney stuff? Because I know that line intrigued you.
I want to get the Pinocchio because that looks really, really nice. So I think if the Pinocchio is as good as it looks, then I may get the others.
I think the only Disney one I've got on pre-order is Alice, and I'm probably Mad Hatter as well. I don't know what, I only had a couple of VHS Disney films as a kid that you'd watch over and over and over again, and they haven't done Aladdin or Lion King yet. So
I'm waiting for them to get into the human character, like the more human.
I'd love them to do. I think Super 7 would do a really good genie. Do you know, like from Aladdin? But we shall see.
I want them to get to like Hercules and.
Hercules would be great. Yeah, no, I loved Hercules as well.
Ooh, yeah,
Stitch, there you go. Rush's season. Well, we know they're getting Stitch. Stitch is already in wave 3. So they know Stitch is coming. He comes with 4 heads, I think. So, yeah, Stitch is good. Anything else, Jamie?
Lastly, I got the Diamond Select Toys Jack Sparrow.
Oh, nice.
But I got it from the diorama piece.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you've been... I know we've all been influenced by what's in this media at the minute, but I didn't realise people were getting influenced by the trial of Amber Heard and the live footage of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. You've been so inspired to go and get a Johnny Depp figure.
Yeah.
Courtroom Johnny Depp.
On that.
I had the NECA ones, like the NECA Pirates.
What's the diorama piece you got then? What is it?
Well, there's 2 versions of the Diamond Select Toys Jack Sparrow. One comes with it, one comes without it. I got it on eBay and it came without the diorama piece, so it was pointless, really. It's just like the boat deck.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Like a shipwreck?
It's like the deck, yeah.
Oh, just a piece.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Black Pearl.
Oh, you're right. NECA did do them back in the day. Series 1. Films. Oh, the film's like a decade.
Diamond Select did the new one.
Diamond Select Pirate. Diamond Select. Okay, I think I've got the picture here. Let me show it off. Is this the one? Diamond Select?
Yes, that is the one.
That the exact one you got without? Is that not got the diorama piece in it?
It looks like a sort of diorama piece behind him, but it's like you connect it to you connect it and stuff.
Yeah, they did do a whole line of these, I think, at some point. Look, there's like a whole wave down here.
Yes, it was originally cancelled.
Oh.
The 2 figures there were cancelled. And then they came out with a Jack Sparrow, so I don't know what they're doing.
Interesting. I think anything regarding Johnny Depp's a bit awkward at the minute, because he came out and literally said he doesn't want to work with Disney. So, I don't know. Or Disney don't want to work with him, or whatever. It's an awkward one. Shame.
It's a weird figure.
Well, they also said they didn't want to work with James Gunn, and we see what happened with that.
That's true.
deal.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
It is a weird one, because it looks like the character, but looks nothing like Johnny Depp.
There's loads of figures actually for Pirates of the Caribbean. McFarlane are doing some as well. I'm just laughing at Stitch's glasses, by the way. Funny. All right, cool. So you brought it for the diorama piece, but the figure you brought didn't even have the diorama piece, so that was a fail anyway.
Yeah, so pointless.
Yeah, fail. So we've all been there. I brought some figure. I brought some Space Jam figures from eBay recently. I was trying to build out because I've got these versions. But I wanted the bigger monsters, you know, like when they actually go bigger. And I tried to buy some off eBay, and like there was one picture on eBay, and I tried to zoom in and look, and they looked fine in the picture. But then I got them in person, and they had scruffs and scratches all over them, and it was just a fail. Sad times. So we've been there, Jamie. We've been there. I'm looking in the.
Hey Dan, speaking of fails, how's that Stitch movie going?
Look, I had. Hand on heart, I had full intentions of watching Stitch the movie. I put it on in my attic because I thought Amanda will leave me alone for a bit, and I'll put it on. And something happened. I don't know what it was, but I got distracted, and I remember watching 10 minutes and then coming down, and I never went back upstairs. He looks very angry. Stitch.
He's judging you.
I'm going to make it happen because it's one of those films that multiple people have told me I need to see. So it will happen, and then I'll come and do a Stitch review on Legends and Liquor.
Yeah, your co-host also told you to watch.
Yes, Brandon. Again, Brandon's that perfect generation for Stitch. So yes, I will get round to watching it. I will. It's on Disney Plus. I got no excuse.
Well, better.
Yeah. See, I heard him. I'm hearing him in my head now and everything. It's crazy. I need to watch it. All right, gentlemen. Before we race some ducks, let's just real quickly go through some news. Okay, so you know the score. I talked about this earlier. We've got some Marvel Legends Legacy Collection stuff with the Black Panther. We've got some new Star Wars stuff, mainly the Cantina aliens are basically the band with the main talking point. And then we've got some new G.I. Joe pre-orders. So the floor is yours. I'm going to throw it to you, and you tell me what you're picking up, what you're interested in, your thoughts, etc. So David, you're underneath me. Let's start with you. What you getting out of all of this?
Maybe none of it. So I have all those Black Panther figures. I am tempted a little bit by the Golden Jaguar new masked head. Shuri looks better from like her paint application.
Yeah,
so
like
if I see her, yeah, If I see her in person, like it might make me get her. But for the most part, I have all of them already, so it's not really anything I need.
Yeah.
If they did do another wave of this for a different movie,
yes,
I would want them to feed in more characters that weren't represented before. So like that would demand new tooling and stuff like that. I was thinking my Iron Man 2 because we didn't get Whiplash and villains from that movie, or Ant-Man.
Hammer
like
drones.
I love
Hammer drones,
Huh?
Justin Hammer
Hammer
himself.
drones. Yep,
Could
Justin
we
Hammer.
could get Whiplash with his little bird.
Yes, his bird.
That bird.
He'd have to have the bird. Or Ant-Man the
I want my
movie
bird.
with Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer figure. I would
Janet.
love all of that. As far as Star Wars, I have a very, very limited interaction with Star Wars. I remember digging into the original movies when the prequels came out when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
The band that I remember, wasn't there like a blue elephant that sat in the middle of a circular piano?
Next Rebo band. That's later on.
Oh, it's a different band.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He was on Jabba's barge originally.
This
Jabba's
band?
barge was Max Rebo, the blue guy, was on Jabba's barge originally. Before it gets destroyed, and then you see him in Mandalorian.
Okay. So I'm clueless about this, so probably not going to get
until
any of
that blue guy comes out. David's out.
I'm hanging in for the blue elephant with the circular piano, and I think there was like a skinny green character with a long snout that sang, probably in the same band with Max Rebo.
Also with Jabba, also in Jabba's palace.
So that's the band that I remember.
That's the band. He doesn't want these Cantina aliens. He wants that other band.
Yeah. All those guys look like chickpeas. Like I can't tell them apart. Like I don't know. What instruments
David,
they're
if we
playing.
flash to Brandon while you're talking, he's probably pulling his hair out right now. It's like, come
I'm
on,
so sorry,
man.
Brendan. So sorry. But if they started doing like music videos with these bands, like I might be able to like remember them better.
Maybe maybe they can get hired to come and play at the gay bar, action figure gay bar.
I
the
would
boy
totally. I'd replace my Deadpool Miami Vice Dazzler band with the Jabba Barge band.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
That's coming. That will happen, I'm sure, inevitably. If they're doing these, that blue elephant
Yeah.
will come at some point, I'm sure.
Didn't they do the Barge as a HasLab?
They did. It was a 3 3/4 scale though.
Oh.
But it did happen. It did.
Copy. And then G.I. Joe, I typically don't buy the line, but I do buy them as like filler for army guys. Like I use some as Genosian soldiers for the X-Men. So I might pick up like Zorana as a street clothes kind of girl, and maybe the one in the jersey whose name I don't know. I'm sorry.
Bazooka,
sure. Yeah, so I might pick up like certain ones based on the looks, but nothing's jumping out at me really at the moment.
Yeah, no, of course.
So saving money.
Yeah, no, of course. And again, so much stuff to come out. It's probably a good idea that every now and then you're like, you know what, none of this is for me, because then you've got more money for when things are for you. So that makes sense. So let's keep going around. And again, please answer the question what movie you'd like to see a Legacy Collection line in as well. Because, again, don't think the Legacy Collection line always has to be repaints. Think like David, where it could be an opportunity to get characters from a movie we never particularly seen. So let's go to Alexi. What are you saying with all of these new reveals these last couple of weeks?
So I don't do Joe's.
Okay.
I think they look really cool. A lot of them are pretty unique, and I had 3 3/4 Joe's when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The O-ring style.
Yeah.
But I never knew any of the characters. I knew they kicked ass, but I didn't know names. Everything was made up. Very anonymous Army Corps that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the legacy characters, I think this is great. I really like when Chadwick passed, I went to go circle back to get a figure because I don't really collect MCU. I was like, of course I want to have him on the shelf. So
it's our collector's way of paying tribute, isn't it, when stuff like that happens?
Of course. Yeah. And so I circled back and I pulled it up just a second ago, and that Purple Panther figure online is still like $50 to $60.
Yeah, very sought after.
Yeah, it was around that when I went back for it last time, and I was like, dude, for $20 more, I can just get the Mafex one. So I got the Mafex version that had the unmasked head sculpt of Chad, and it looks amazing. So for people who are newer collectors, I mean, Hugo is a new collector if he wants to do MCU, and a lot of other people, I think this is fantastic. You can pick all these up at your heart's content. You don't have to worry about paying scalpers, and some of them are like updated paints, like Golden Jaguar looks really cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's exactly screen accurate, but it still looks really nice.
I'm still annoyed. The only thing that annoys me with this figure is it's the wrong hair. At no point in the film did he have that hairstyle in that Jaguar
Right,
costume.
he had the braids all the way back.
If
when he was in
if
that,
this
right?
figure
Yeah.
had the braids, him with the braids, that would be an amazing. I'd be like, yes, of course I'm getting that. But it's still great likeness to Michael B. Jordan, but just wrong hairstyle.
Yeah. So, and of course, the sale of these figures hopefully will fund more niche comic characters, because I'm a comic collector. So, I'm happy to see these. I know people feel insulted, but
It's only a small minority. It's just that the people that are negative just have the louder voices, annoyingly, because for normal people like us are just like, sound fine. We don't feel like we have to share our negativity with the world. So it's only a small minority, I'm sure. These are what they are. These are for people who don't have them. It's second opportunity. Simple as that.
And I'm not sure people are going to want Shuri, because I had that original release from the Smart Hulk bath. And I could not get rid of her. I was like, hey, do you want Shuri for like $5? And they'd be like,
will you please
I'll pass,
take Shuri off me? Will you please?
Yeah. So I ended up just like shipping something else. And I was like, oops, Shuri fell off the shelf into your box. So you get a free Shuri.
A few weeks later, it gets returned to you in another box. And you're like, oh, what's this new toy? Oh, no, she's back.
No. Yeah. Someone else gave me their Shuri. And I'm like, damn it.
Now I've got two.
Yeah.
Everyone just send their spare Shuris to Alexi and turn this into a thing. I want Alexi to have a Shuri shelf on his display. I'm going to send Alexi a Shuri when he least expects it.
Post his address in the Facebook chat.
Yeah,
that way we all have it.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, David has the boy toy, but I'm gonna start a Shuri bar, and it's gonna be girls get it done.
Alexi, why are you army building Shuris?
I don't even want these Shuris.
Yeah. So I think they're fine with me. I want people to buy them if they want them.
What movie would you like to see a Legacy collection done, or which would tempt you to pick them up?
I would love. Okay, do you guys remember any of the head sculpts from the Age of Ultron figures? They're so bad.
That was before the digital face printing.
Terrible, so bad. Yeah. So I know a Rhodey head sculpt is something that people really want. So a re-release of him from Age of Ultron, even though he was there for like a second. Any of those figures? I know they reused the Age of Ultron body sculpt for Cap in the Civil War 2-pack. And just repainted him, and I think they did it again with the Worthy Cap.
That's a great film, by the way, because a lot of the main Avengers are in there. There's a few cameos. The first one, we've never got a Scarlet Witch or from that movie. I know we've now got Quicksilver from that movie, because it's the only movie he was bloody in. But Scarlet Witch has got a completely different outfit with the skirt and whatnot in that movie. It would be good to get her. So I think Age of Ultron's a great shout to go back round and get some figures. Get some Ultron drones. Put an army builder in there.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect.
Yeah,
good choice.
Or the Stark drones. Any of them.
Indeed. What about any of the Star Wars stuff? Any of that tempt you to buy much Star Wars stuff?
So Star Wars, I have a very small amount of figures. It's like the main characters that I like. So I have like Darth Vader, Luke, and I have the old SHF Luke. I have the new SHF Luke coming this week.
Oh, nice. A lot of people are really liking that as well, by the way.
Yeah, I have Rebels Ahsoka, which was an exclusive. And then for all of these, I would love to have an Obi-Wan. He's like my second favorite character behind Luke. But I don't know. Black Series is hit or miss. And, obviously I'm following everyone's reactions to these figures and of late with Black Series. And it just doesn't seem like they're really popping off. So I think I'll stick to my few and far between SHF. I won't be circling back for any of those figures with SHF because they're crazy expensive now.
Being action figure fans and being in this community, you can't not know about what Star Wars figures are out, because it's just such a part of it. So I got drawn in like everyone else, where at one point I had no Star Wars figures, and then there was a little bit of a Legends drought, and there were Star Wars figures like right there available to me, and I thought, fine, I cave, I'll get a couple to the shelf. And like I thought, like you, get the SH figure arts because they're the best versions of those characters. But Black Series have got a little bit better with the digital face printing tech. But I would agree that the SH figure arts probably are the best incarnation of Star Wars characters, especially from the earlier films at least. But yeah, probably stick to that. But if you wanted an Obi-Wan, there's the new one for the new series. Wonder in Obi-Wan, I think they called it. I think was it that? If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But
yeah, it is.
Yeah, cool. But there he is. Even Ewan McGregor on Jimmy Kimmel or wherever it was, literally said the likeness doesn't even look like him, which is great endorsement for Hasbro, I'm sure.
Didn't you guys say on Thursday that he looks more like a Chris Pratt or something?
Yeah, I think Rich or Brandon said he looked more like a hairy Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
But can I zoom in? Let me see if I can zoom in. There he is.
I don't know. I'm apprehensive about this show because I was really looking forward to Book of Boba, and then it didn't really land for me. So I'm like, please don't mess up Obi-Wan now.
I think the bar was so high for Boba, though. So high, where I think people are just happy to see Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan again, where I think people are just going to enjoy that and not have this high bar of expectation, maybe. We shall see. I'm a casual fan, so of course I'll watch it, but I'm not on the excitement levels as, say, of a Brandon, for example. But we shall. When does it start?
Oh, yeah. He said this was like the series he was looking forward to the most, right?
Out of everything, including MCU stuff, yeah. When's it out? Is it soon?
27th of May.
Oh, okay, so a few weeks. Okay, that's fair. How many episodes is this? Is this going to be 6 like Moon Knight?
6. Yeah. It's only 6, yeah.
First 2 on the 27th.
I'm not sure if I like 6. I'm used to like Netflix shows where you get like 13 episodes or something. Like I prefer that. But if I like a show, I want to see more of it, not less of it. I know some people like a more condensed story, but if I like something, why not want more of it? I just think that's simple, but whatever. All right, Lexi, beautiful. Moving down to Rush. Rush, any of this new stuff tempt you?
No.
Okay, right. You don't get any MCU stuff, right? Okay, but let's say Legacy Collection.
Not really, no.
But is there any movie that the Legacy Collection could do where it gave you all the core versions of the characters from that particular film with their pinless tech and great likenesses? What could tempt you?
Let's see. What did David not name in his suggestions? Well, I'm going to go with, I'd love to have them redo the stealth suit Captain America from Winter Soldier, kind of similar to the, Worthy Cap, because I love the look of that stealth suit. But in terms of the whole Legacy collection, and I know this is going to be a little off, but kind of similar, re-release the Netflix series.
Yeah,
Daredevil, Punisher, because everyone's searching for those. Those have gone shop in price. And that's just screaming because that Build-A-Figure was Man-Thing, so that didn't even have to do with the Netflix series. So just re-release the Netflix series as the Legacy series. It's on Disney Plus. There you go.
And that's an opportunity to put in a Danny Rand or a Colin Wing as well, because the only place to get them were in that Defenders sort of
San Diego Comic-Con.
Exactly, and I know they're very sought after.
We don't need that Danny Rand. We don't
need it. But it happened. It happened. All right. So people may want to
throw in Kingpin. Yeah, throwing Kingpin into that.
Of course.
There you go.
I love the Netflix shows. Like I would take a Whistler from Punisher, even though it's just a guy. Do you know what I mean? But I love those Netflix shows, so I'd take them all.
Whistler in Punisher? I thought he was Blade.
Oh, Whistler is in. Who's his guy then? Who am I getting in confused
Microchip.
with? Microchip. Okay, there you go. That's who I meant. See, I told you. If I'm wrong, good job. Rush is here. All right, correct me.
You should see me correcting Facebook's groups. It's like they really hate me, but it's like it's hard to debate me. I'll say this a little bit of side story with me. Growing up, my family always told me I should be a lawyer because my family always hated debating me because they would never win. For some reason, my mind just absorbs facts. So it's like if it's something that I actually know about, don't debate me because you will not win this debate. So
if I'm wrong, I don't mind being called out. If I'm wrong, I don't get sore about it. Some people do, but I'm not bothered. I'd rather know the facts. So I'm happy with it. No issues with me.
Yeah, Lay's saying it's like of course everyone's complaining about Doctor Strange, and no spoilers here, but everyone's complaining about like the Build-A-Figure. They're like, why did they choose Rentraw as the Build-A-Figure? It's like, do you not realize Hasbro is given just concept art alone for all the figures 2 years in advance? They don't know what the story is going to be. They don't know how long these characters are going to be in it. They just have the concept art, and that's how they choose. They're like, oh, I didn't know that. It's like, The more you know.
Yeah, me and Brandon had a very similar conversation, and we'll get into it again. No spoilers or anything like that. But like again, Rintrah is in the movie, and you'll see it soon. But yes, Rintrah was the Build-A-Figure. Was he a good choice of the Build-A-Figure? That's up for debate. But it's a great representation of the character. I can tell you for fact. Right, this isn't a spoiler. I've seen the movie, and I've got the Rintrah figure. He looks exactly like he does in the figure to the movie. So it's a great, accurate version.
And I will say this, Dan, I actually have Rintrah mixed in with my comic figures because I don't think we'll ever get a comic Rintrah, but close enough.
Yeah, and again, he's a green like space cow, like it works. Certain characters you can get away with, and I think Rintrah is one of them. But pick a movie.
I already did.
What did you pick? Oh, what did you pick?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Yes, my bad. That's probably why.
As well as Captain America: Winter Soldier stealth suit.
My bad. It's
just a stealth suit.
Because it weren't a movie. Winter Soldier's another great choice for a movie as well because there's Black Widow, Falcon in it, and the Scarlet Witch we got from that was pretty good with the straight long hair, but without the face printing tech. So that could be updated as well. All right, nice one. And obviously you don't go in for Star Wars or Joe's anyway, do you?
No, the only thing I'll say with the Joes is the female Joe, and again, I don't know who they are.
Zatanna.
Pop a Boom Boom head on her, and that would be the great 80s look for Boom Boom.
Yeah, could work, for sure. All right, nice. Let's go down to Jamie. Jamie, out of all these pre-orders, what's tempting you?
Believe it or not, I like the Leia. I just wish they would give her a new expression.
See,
Just
Brandon, there's multiple people that like this Leia. Brandon. Yeah.
I like the band. I think price, not so much. In terms of the legacy line, I think I like the idea of the line. I think people need to stop bitching about other people getting things that they want.
Agreed.
And stop bitching about what they don't want. Nobody asked what you didn't have for dinner.
That's true.
So nobody needs to hear what you don't want.
It's true. I agree. Like people, I don't like if there's something I don't like or something I don't want, I just look at it, go, I don't want that, and then I just carry on with my life. But some people go, I don't want that. Pause. Wait, where's my keyboard? Everyone needs to know what I don't want. Like, come on. No one cares. Just whatever. If we ask you, that's
if you see something you don't want, just look at your wall and say you're welcome.
Yeah, it's just like people just don't get it. I don't get it. It's like this hobby is meant to be fun. Don't bring this negativity into it. It's fucking. Oh, don't get me started. But you're right, Jamie. Yes.
The Joes, they look cool. Will I get them? Probably not. But I'm not going to commit to that now because Thor proved me wrong.
Yeah, that's. So you just got the whole 4 figures. Have you got any of these Black Panther figures on the shelf?
I've got Shuri and Black Panther, so...
So you may get Killmonger, you may get Nakia, you may get M'Baku. M'Baku, before this release, M'Baku was going for about 50, 60 quid minimum. Do you know? So now you can know you're going to be able to get M'Baku for like £20. So like,
yeah,
perfect opportunity for anyone who hadn't got that Build-A-Figure because... because it was a Build-A-Figure, they could have put it in deluxe packaging and just blagged us, but they didn't, thankfully. So that's a win for people who missed out.
Why did they not do Okoye in this set?
I have the same question. They chose to do 2 Black Panthers.
I think that's going to be a Wakanda Forever figure.
Oh, they're just saving her for like a remake in that.
Well,
that
I'm pretty sure this line, I don't think there's going to be a Wakanda Forever wave. I'm pretty sure this is going to be what they released for Wakanda Forever.
I had the same thoughts as you, Rush, at first. But after speaking to Brandon and Rich and just brainstorming it out, there probably will still be a Wakanda Forever wave eventually. But they just want to make sure that there's Black Panther figures and merchandise available as the hype starts to build. Because last time they were a little bit slow and the popularity was probably more than they expected. So I think they're just putting something out now while they can, because this is all spoiler free. But I still think we will get some Wonder Forever stuff. I do. Just maybe a little bit.
I'm
delayed.
wondering if they're holding back the Okoye for the Hasbro Pulse army builder, since that's pretty much the whole thing.
Maybe. We do want some more MCU army builders, that is for sure. All right, Jamie, good picks. Again, the G.I. Joe stuff, I agree, very tempting, but I'm all in on this nonsense at this point. But yeah, once you start getting a couple of these figures in hand, by the way, you want more, essentially. So stay away.
As for the movie that I want to see Age of Ultron, like Alexi. I think just because selfishly I want to wander from that film.
Me too, mate. Me too. Again, Ultron bots, any of the Avengers are in it. Rhodey with a new head, like David was saying. Like, yes, a great choice.
Bloody Petro.
Yeah, yeah, variant bloody bullet hold Petro. Yeah. Hugo, what about you, my friend? All these toy pre-orders. What is tempting you?
So I'm definitely gonna get the Guardians of the Galaxy 5-pack as soon as we're able to.
Oh, nice. So you haven't got any of the movie figures?
I've only got Star-Lord, but I need a better version anyway.
Which one you got?
I think it was from 20... I think it was the first wave.
From the second film?
It might have been all the first one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, basically... this version here, I think, is a Volume 2 version with the short jacket, but I think there is a long jacket version as well. The first wave, the very first one was 2014, so I doubt you even collecting at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
So it was probably Volume 2. But this one's nice. The likeness is nice here, and at least in this box set, you get the interchangeable Star-Lord head. You get his 2 blasters as well. This is for someone like you, someone who doesn't have these figures, and you can just get the whole team in one box set. It's like perfect situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good pick. And again, Legacy Collection, I'm assuming, again, as you're building out your collection, where do you think you're going to lean more into, Hugo, when it comes to collecting Legends? Do you reckon you're going to go more MCU or more comic, or a bit of both?
I think I'm going to do a bit of both, so half and half.
Okay, cool. And have you got any Black Panther figures yet? These
No.
must be good for you. I'm not having any of these.
Yeah, I'm going to go all in on them. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And like Alexi said, this is perfect for someone like you. You're a new collector, you haven't got these figures, so now you can get an opportunity at all these figures at retail as well. Because M'Baku before was a builder figure, so you would have had to buy the whole wave to even build him. But now you can buy him single packed. And you're going to have the more movie accurate versions of these characters as well, like the Golden Jaguar head sculpt here. So yeah, this is perfect for someone like you. Yeah. What MCU film would you like another opportunity at with this Legacy Collection?
Probably Age of Ultron as well.
Yeah, Age of Ultron is an underrated. I don't know why, but people think it's fun to just diss on that movie or think it's the cool thing to say you don't like it. Age of Ultron, I think, is a great Avengers movie. Like, I don't get what people don't like about it. I like that film a lot. Okay, what about other lines, Hugo? We know you collect a bit of Legends. Do you get tempted by any of the other stuff available, like Star Wars and G.I. Joe? You must get a little bit itchy seeing it all online.
I've actually pre-ordered some G.I. Joes.
Who did you go for?
I went for Bazooka and Dusty at the moment, but I'm feeling I have to pre-order some more.
Yeah, no, as I just said to Jamie, these figures are so nice when you get them in hand. You just do definitely want more, especially when you start building out a collection. Dusty's really good as well up here. There he is. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. That's a Simpsons reference, people. But yeah, did anyone get that? You got that, Alexi. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. But yeah, these figures are great. These figures are really, really good. Yeah, I reckon once you get a couple of these, Hugo, you're going to start wanting more. There's Bazooka as well. Bazooka looks great. I think Rakondo's got the big hat. Where is he? There he is. The fake Australian. He's actually from...
These guys are killing it. They even have good live streams, too. They're definitely doing better than the Black Series team.
The Black Series team just seem... I don't know, like... The energy
Power
is just
Rangers,
different.
too.
They're just...
Of their 4 properties, Joe's and Legends are killing it.
Yeah, they seem to be having a little bit more fun and be a little bit more clued up about what they're talking about, where the other streams are always like, they just pause and have to read off the script, and it's just... I don't know, the energies are just a bit off.
Do you know if it has anything to do with... Go ahead, Rush.
Just every time I don't really collect the Star Wars, but every time they have like the all-day marathons, like every time I've seen the Black Series team, they just seem like, you know, they don't really care. They're just pretty much figuring that people are just going to buy the product off of the Star Wars name. I almost said Star Trek.
As I said, the energies.
Yeah, it's like, whereas like the Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe team seem like they actually care about the product It's not just, oh, hey, we know people are going to buy this because it's the name. It's like they actually care
They
about
seem
it.
like they're excited to show it off as well, which comes across. Because the Joe's team, I know they get criticised a little bit, but they do genuinely look like they're fans. Whether they're 100% accurate and the guns are spot on to what the original figures had, doesn't matter. It does seem like they're still from releases. What were you going to say, Alexi?
Does that have to do with the experience of the teams? I'm wondering. Like, obviously, the Legends is the most experienced team they have.
Didn't Emily come from that? Emily though, she came from Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
So
Emily on Black Series came from Power Rangers.
No, Emily. I think it's Emily. I could be wrong. But
other one.
The woman that's on G.I. Joe, she was originally on Power Rangers.
Okay.
And then she was pulled across to Joe. I don't know if because they wanted a bit of female representation on the Joe team. I don't know, but. Yeah, I think that's the case anyway, but it may be.
Emily was like, "Put me on the big game, coach."
Yeah, maybe,
I'm done with this Power Rangers stuff.
But just think, these people are hired for their marketing skills and stuff. They're not they're not hired to be presenters of live streams. So some of them probably just don't have the confidence or experience in front of camera, and unfortunately, it comes across. I reckon if they had like a proper host to these things, it wouldn't matter if this host didn't work for these companies because you're just hosting the event and it may work better. Hint, hint, Hasbro. I'm happily host any of these events. All right, get me in. Only joking.
Well, they actually have a host. Whenever they did FanFest, there was a British guy that did it. And it's like, if you've watched some interviews with him, he's actually really fun to watch.
Steve Evans.
Those things entertaining.
Steve Evans is like in charge of like Marvel. Like he's like so Steve Evans is Dan Ryan's and Dwight's boss. So, like, Steve knows his stuff, and Steve has been around. He worked on Star Wars for ages, and now he's on the Marvel team. So, yeah, Steve's a good guy. And, he knows that as well, because they put him on that Pulse Premium stream, didn't they, as they walked around? And he was
highly entertaining.
Agreed. No, I like Steve. He's good. And they know that as well. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put him in front of camera for that long. But just some people just don't have it in front of camera. That's all it is. Just some people are different. That's all it is. So, Hugo, you're going to get tempted by some of these Joes. You're going in for Bazooka. You're going in for Dusty. I promise you will start falling down that rabbit hole when you get these in hand, my friend. We're due, like, Storm Shadow in the UK soon and Spirit. You want to pick up them because they're coming out, like, June, July time. And they're going to be really nice figures as well. What about Star Wars? What's your fandom for Star Wars, Hugo? I'm curious. I've not asked before. Like, you're younger than us. So you a big Star Wars guy?
Yeah, I love Clone Wars. So.
Oh, so you're like animated style stuff. I'm as I said, I'm in that generation where I never really watched any of the animated stuff. Brandon's always going mad at me about it, but I'm more of a casual live action guy. So have you got any Star Wars figures, Hugo?
Not yet, but I think I might have to get a few Clone Wars figures as well.
Yeah, it's part of the game, my friend. You can't avoid it. Were you about to say something, Rush?
Yeah, you can actually correct Brandon on that. You do watch the Star Wars anime stuff. You knew about the Family Guy.
It's true. It's true. I did know about that Family Guy. It's true.
And as soon as they
play that same song,
that's exactly how I knew. As soon as you're like, oh yeah, Family Guy, I'm like, I know what clip he's gonna play.
Yeah, it's the only. Literally, I can't name you anything else that happens in that film because I wasn't even paying attention. But I just remember that scene made me chuckle because it's so true. Listen to the Star Wars. Listen to the movies. The sound in the cantina. They don't play any other song. That is the only song they play. Pretty funny. All right, gentlemen, let's race some ducks and we get out of here. All right. Well, am I pressing the right buttons? No, but there is the right button. All right, people in the chat. Thank you for sticking with us, talking toys. But now is the part I assume everyone's here for. Let's race some ducks. I'm going to write it now. Let's race some ducks.
Duck me, Dan.
You're getting ducked. Duck you. Right. Duck you, David. Duck you.
Hey Dan, while you're getting the ducks up, question for the group: does anyone? I don't want to, send any pics to Dan because I don't want things ruined. But has anyone seen any of the set photos from the new Guardians movie and seen what they now look like?
Is it the movie or is it the special?
Either or, both.
No one knows. This is what I mean. It could be. Could be.
They're filming it around the same time, right?
The special is they're doing a Christmas.
Yeah.
They're doing a Christmas special. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get the movie. We're going to get Volume 3, but we're going to get a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special as well.
On Disney Plus.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And we're also supposed to get a Werewolf by Night Halloween special. So see if that happens.
That I'm down for.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
But
Moon Knight
like-
comes back around in that Halloween special because I want to know where Moon Knight would pop up next.
Blade.
It's for sure going to be Werewolf by Night.
And Rich is reminding everybody, no spoilers. Yeah, Rich got very mad at Brandon because Brandon basically shared that picture you're on about, Rush, in our group chat without saying anything. And, like, Brandon was in Rich's bad books for a while because of it. Yeah, naughty
I've
Brandon.
seen one picture of something that looks very comic accurate. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I have seen that picture. Amanda sent it to me.
All right.
That's her favorite property. That's my least favorite property.
So,
Guardians.
so I gotta
Guardians
say
is
that's
good.
kind of made me excited to see what the legends look like for the new movie. So
we shall see next year when it comes out. They've moved around the movie slate, to be fair, because now the next movie after Thor is going to be Ant-Man, right?
No, Wakanda Forever.
Oh, Wakanda Forever, and then
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's the first one
And then
next year.
Ant-Man.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course, yes. You can
yeah, they switched to Ant-Man and the Marvels.
Yes, that is.
Yes.
All right, I am taking names, by the way. As we chat, I am literally taking names for the duck race. So if you were here live, you've put a duck in the chat, I am putting you down in the duck race right now. That is the advantage of being here live. Of course, I'll throw in the regulars, people that watch on the replay crew. I know who you are, so I'm putting your names down. Trying to make sure people ain't snuck in there twice. I see you. But yeah, I'm writing names down now. I forgot to update the leaderboard, but it's all good. Next week will be a surprise where people are. Usually, by the way, lads, I don't want to curse us, but usually being on the stream is luck, good luck as we race. Usually someone places at least. Okay.
I've noticed I haven't placed since you shot down from the 2 minute to minute 30. I'm like, no, go back to 2 minutes. Extra 30 seconds. Help me.
All right, let's do a 2 minute race today. Let's do it. We'll do it.
This duck is a distance
Bring
swimmer.
toys to work with the super chat. Thank you very much, Michael.
$25.
Super chat.
Before the Ducks get in a row down stream, I just wanted to thank you, Dan, and the Who crew for making me feel so welcomed on the stream today. It was a lot of fun.
Absolute pleasure, Michael. Thank you so much for the super chat. You know I love you. He says, before the Ducks get in a row down the stream, I just want to say thank you to Dan and the Who crew for making me feel so welcomed on today's stream. It was a lot of fun. Michael, absolute pleasure to have you on. Again, like when Hugo joined us last week, it's always good to add new faces. And you're a name that I'm sure most people know from popping up with these super chats anyway. So it's good for people to see a face to the name. And hopefully they've went and checked out their Instagram, which is still tagged to the top of the chat, people, all right? So go and show them some love. Right, I'm taking these names for today's race, and just because Rush said so, we're doing a special one-off back to a 2 minute race. All right, Rush? All right.
Okay.
I think I just set it to 20 minutes. Whoops, that would be a while. No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, right. I'm about to take some names. Right, give me a second here, people. Let me copy and paste and see what's going on.
Hugo, was it hard to get your Guardians figures? Like, are they kind of rare now since the movie's pretty far gone?
I think so. I haven't really seen many.
I reckon you
Were
can.
they like?
I reckon you can get some on eBay if you're willing to get them. But if you know there's brand new ones out there at retail,
Were they overpriced? Is what I'm wondering.
I picked up Gamora and Nebula together for £45, but that was like a steal.
Nebula.
What's funny is that line did not sell here, and I was able to actually pick up the whole Guardians of Galaxy 2 wave at the store Five Below for $5 each.
Wow.
And I was like, everyone's like the Gamora and everything. Everyone's asking like outrageous prices, and it's like I sold them all because again, I don't collect MCU.
Nice.
Right, I'm taking names, people, for this chat. I'm nearly done. Obviously, if you've been on today's stream, you are, of course, already in the race. I've took some names as regulars as well. I'm just doing a little double check, making sure no one's in twice. Looking at the chat, looking at this. Putting people in for the replay crew. Just trying to make sure people... Sometimes people sneak in twice, so that's all I'm making sure. I'm making sure some of the regulars are in as well. AKA Noah, Mini Plastic Multiverse, he's always in. Hero of Collections, he's in as well with Ren Walker. I'm just checking. Other people like Cowboy Collector, Phil, Nathan.
You put yourself in.
I do. It doesn't make a difference though, Jamie. I never win these things.
Well, to be fair, I don't think I've actually won one race yet. I've placed.
But that's good.
So
that's what it's all
you can
about.
Get up there.
That's what it's all
You
about.
can get up there. I'm fourth, so you don't have to win.
The problem is, Jamie, I'm not even placing. That's my problem. I think Alexi's won a couple of races. Rush has, well, at least one. Rush has definitely run a race as well.
I've never placed.
Yeah, but there you go. I think I've placed once, David. So you're not far behind me.
I think my name is joke one time, Dan. I would love to see if put yourself in 5 times and see if any of them place.
Well, since you're making the rules today, Rush, I'll just do that today. Why not? 2-minute race, 5 downs. Let's go. No, I won't really. What were you about to say, David? Sorry.
No, I think my name's too long, and it's just like weighing the duck down, and it's going really slowly.
Why don't I put a David, an Evan, and a Smith in the race?
Okay, does that mean I'm competing with myself?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I'm gonna win. I have 3 chances to win then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with that.
Hang on. Thank you very much for Maverick for the super
Minnesota
chat.
donated $10. Hey guys, these get-togethers are always fun. ATS.
Oh, thank you very much, Maverick. He says, hey guys, these get-togethers are always fun. Thank you very much, Maverick. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you sticking with us. We always have way over 70 people here watching us live, but there's not 70 people in the chat. So there's a lot of lurkers for Legends and Liquor. I tell you that much. I don't know who you are lurking on a Sunday, but you're there. I know you're lurking. I feel.
Hey, that narrows it down for the rest of us. So Mother's Day, everyone's keeping them in the background while trying to talk to their mothers.
It's fine. I don't mean to be distracting anyone from their mother's attention, but it seemed to be today. Okay, Cheeky Monkey Kiara is ready. She says, I'm excited for this 4 film too. Looks epic. Cheeky Monkey Kiara with a decent win today could probably beat Damien in the leaderboard. Right, I think I've got a lot of names here. I ain't got time to go through them and check everything perfectly. If you're in choice, then that's on me. But let's raise some ducks, okay? Putting the names in. Okay, so we've got 47 names, 74 people watching. See, lurkers, this is what happens when you're quiet. You don't get in the race. Okay, press done. 2 minutes today's race. Let me get the screen up. Make sure this is done properly. I will go full screen for the race, of course. I shuffle it twice, just to play fair. There you go, shuffle twice. All right, good luck, gentlemen. This is how we always end our Legends and Liquor stream. Let me have a quick sip of this before I start chatting nonsense.
Cheers.
Cheers. It looks like you're drinking a candle. It just looks like a candle.
Dude, don't kink shame, dude. Don't kink shame.
Okay, let's go full screen. Wait, is that working? No, there it is. There it is. Okay, full screen. Right, on 3. Good luck to everyone in the chat. On 3, on 2, on 1, 2-minute race today. Let's race some ducks. All right, I'm going to take a deep breath at first. I don't need to get too quick into this, Rush. We've added an extra 30 seconds today, so I can have another sip of my drink and just talk. There's a lot of people in this race, as you can see. Some people are here live now. Some people are the regulars. I always appreciate you. So there's a regular up front, right at the top there with a purple duck. I'm thirsty for chicken.
Yeah,
there's
thirsty.
Dan Who, get back. Get back. Don't use all your energy right now. Just get back into the pack. We've got Z-Man up there with a spotty purple duck as well. Behind him, we've got an alien green duck. Is that Toy Review? Is that Wolfpack? Yeah, I think that's Wolfpack. We've got a slow creeper. Jamie, you're the slow creeper there, I think, with Austin.
Dan Yoon.
Yeah, Dan Yoon's always lingering. There he is. Loki down at the bottom. Hopefully he's watching the replay. Shout out to you. Rush, you seem to be some sort of old woman duck down there at the bottom. Do you see yourself? Old woman Rush in the disguise today to try and pretend that she's really slow, but she's probably going to sneak out at the top. We got 18
Ladies first, guys.
yeah. Move out the way. We got 18-bit Misfit as like the sort of snow duck there. We got a red duck. Cheeky Monkey Kiara is the red duck. We want to be careful of her. We got the Dr. Duck up there at the top, which is Mark Tac Customs, of course. Underneath him, we got Rich M with the red duck. Eric Stream is in the middle of the pack. Gary's Grails. We got Nathan in the middle of the pack. Night of Ren. I can see Fabulous Disaster. Ren Walker up at top. We got DJ. Cool Toys UK is in the pack as well. I can see Alexi up there in the middle. You're sort of top third quarter, I think. Display.
I'm drafting.
I think there may be 2 Rich M's in this race. My bad. Well, Rich is a super producer. I'll let him off.
Wolf Mother.
Wolf Mother, there she is on Mother's Day. May Wolf Mother win the Mother's Day race. That would be very fitting. I wouldn't be mad about that if that was the case. I can still see Chinkamunka Kiara though. Hugo, you're there with Wolf Mother. I think Hugo, you might be in the lead. Hugo, you're currently in the lead. Last 10 seconds, anything can happen. We got Hero of Collectors there. Oh, Austin will be very happy if he wins this. He's coming back next week, I think.
No
He's Hero
way.
of Collectors. There we go. Congratulations.
By a mile.
Austin, this is Austin's first win. He's not here to witness it live, but I know he will be very happy about that, watching on the replay. I always add him and Ren Walker to the race. So Austin, Hero of Collections, is a regular around these ways. So congratulations, Austin. Enjoy, my friend. Your first victory, I believe, and a victory you've been wanting as well. You've been eager for this. We will talk to him next week when he comes on, or the week after. Did anyone see out? But Hugo, did you place, do you think? I didn't catch the last few ducks there.
Not sure.
Let's have a look.
I didn't see David
he
Evan
definitely
or Smith in there at all, anywhere.
I didn't put 3 in there. I just put David Evan Smith. I just put 1.
But I was in there?
You were in there, 100%.
You ducked me? You
were a duck. Yes, you were a duck.
Okay.
You're in there. There was a lot of ducks in the pack. I'm looking at my list now.
All right.
Yes, David Evan Smith. Basically, I have everyone's name who's on the stream at the top, including you. And then I add everyone else in after that. So yes, David Evan Smith was in the pack somewhere.
I'll take your word for it. I believe you.
I appreciate that. Right, let's press this button and see. Maybe you placed, David. Maybe you just snuck in there at the end. Right, I'm pressing it. Okay, we've got a H.
Hugo got second.
Hugo, second place. I told you it was luck to be here.
Wow. Rush.
And Rush is third.
And Rush. Rush, you're 2 minutes.
See, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to take Damien and Chikakira down.
Wow.
It's a long game.
I didn't expect that. Okay, Rush somehow tricked me into getting placed today. I don't know how he manipulated me, people. It worked, though. He managed to get some points on the board. Hugo, these your first points on the board?
I think so.
Congratulations, my friend. That's the advantage of being here live. Congratulations. That's 6 points on the board for you. You now have more points than me, and I've been racing ducks for nearly a year. All right, so that's how crazy this racing duck game is. Rush has now added some more points to the board. That's really good. And who's that? Brandon. What's he doing in this duck race? A cheeky monkey Kiara. She got some points. I can't believe it. I told you she was lurking. So we got 5 regulars in the placing board, which I quite like. I like seeing that. So Austin, Hero of Collections. He hasn't been on the live stream for a while, but he says he's going to be back next time. He first got his very first win. Congratulations to you. I'm sure you'll be watching on the replay. Hugo, very first time getting a place. He's here live now in the chat. That is great. Rush somehow manipulated me into extending today's duck race. He said it would help him get some points on the board, and it worked. I can't be mad. It happened. There you go. Rush with third place. Brandon, Hero of Collections, Hero of Collections with Austin, sorry. Brandon's got some more points on the board. I now think Brandon has more points on the board than me, and Brandon's there in the chat. He says, hip, hip, hooray. And then Cheeky Monkey Kiara, cheeky as she is, very cheekily snuck in there for the 5th place to add that other point. She is creeping, biting on the feathery tail of Damien up there in first place, but getting place, adding those points every week is definitely going to help. Rich M is shouting fix in the chat, even though we know Rich was in the race twice, so he actually had more of a chance than anyone of placing, but he's not happy about it. Everyone else says congratulations. Do you want to see who's last? Jamie just loves rubbing it in, don't you, Jamie? Let's have a look. Alexi. See, did you know it was Alexi? Did you just want to rub it in?
No, I have no idea.
See, that's Jamie's fault.
I came in last place.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, and Ren Walker, I think, is the partner of Hero of Collections, and she's second to last, but he wins today, so I'm sure she won't mind. There's Cloud down there as well. George, Phil. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Let's go back. Gentlemen, thank you very much, as always. I am pretty hungry, so I'm going to get off and make some food, but I appreciate you all joining me for today's toy talk and duck racing and all that good stuff. Let's go around the board and tell people where they can find you online. David?
So nice to name me thrice. David_Evan_Smith on Instagram. Yeah.
Beautiful. I will make sure everyone's Instagrams are in this description after the video. So if you are watching on the replay, please make sure you go and follow all these faces. Links are in the description, and I'll post them in the chat as we talk along. Alexi?
You boys got toys on Instagram and YouTube, and shout out to Diane Moore, the mom of your boys got toys. Happy Mother's Day, and I love you.
Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day, Diane. And happy birthday for whenever your birthday is as well. Double celebrations for everyone. Is she a big fan of the channel? Is she a subscriber?
She will be soon.
Yes. On my way to 20k. I'm on my way. Get her
She watches
all her mum friends.
She watches MCU and stuff. She watches MCU and everything.
Oh,
so
good.
we talk about it. Yeah.
We get her
She's on my
week.
Disney Plus account.
we get her on one week. We'll talk some MCU stuff with her too. We appreciate that. Rush, what about you? Where can we find you and your slowly put together collection video you're thinking of doing?
Instagram, rushfx.ml, and hopefully YouTube video soon. I'll keep you guys posted. Working on it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'll make sure I share it here when we do. Jamie?
At JMG Toys on Instagram.
Beautiful. And again, as I'm talking, people, I'm dropping these links into the chat, okay? All you have to do is click. You go to their Instagram and you click follow. That simple. Hugo, what about you?
You can find me at Hugo Bland12 on Instagram.
Beautiful. Everyone's links are in the chat and they'll also be in the description of this video. But gentlemen, as always, I appreciate you. Let's give them a quick wave before we get out of here. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Maybe with a Bone Breaker wave. Maybe with the Collector wave. We don't know. Time will tell. But maybe some more Legends to go along with our liquor. All right? We'll see you all on the next one. I'll play the intro to see us out. Goodbye, everyone.